We've seen a series of one-car accidents recently involving rollovers and serious injuries to passengers. I don't know if it's video games or what, but it's so unfair to, after something like this, to blame people in the backseat or say they deserved it. I don't like consoling these parents about what's happened, but I'll do it until it stops. Will you please stop? I'm Scott Hoy.
See me dancing on the stage that I built. Spotlight on me shining strong. Feel such happiness inside of my heart. And it's all right here in my song. See my crew dancing around me. Hear the audience screams. Feel like I could jump right to the sky and just lose myself inside a dream. Lose myself inside a dream. I got all these songs inside of my head, just creations of my own. The rhythm and the song as I'm sleeping in my bed, it's got me dancing on my feet. See my crew dancing around me. Hear the audience screams. Feel like this whole world I love to know is an elaborate dream. Lose myself inside a dream. Lose myself inside a dream. When I look at my reflection, well, it's all I want it to be. Feel like I could jump right to the sky and just lose myself inside a dream. Lose myself inside a dream. See me dancing on the stage that I built. Spotlight on me shining strong. Feel such happiness inside of my heart. And it's all right here.
I'm retarded?
Yeah, you might remember my song from 2010. This is my new joint. Goonin', I'm goonin'. My death is coming sooner. Pay $500 every day for OnlyFans. I can't wait until I drop the chair, my feet won't land. I'm goonin' in my goon cave. Yeah, I know that I'm a goon slave. I got 40 Twitter accounts and they're all porn. And my parents wish I was never born. Never born, never born. I eat American food, it's all corn. I think there's demons inside of it. Everything I watch, there's semen in that flick, yeah. Goonin', I just goon all day. Goonin', yeah, I'm a straight goon cave slave. It's like I'm shackled up in here. It's like I got something on my shaft and it's a disease. But I don't even touch no pussy. I don't know how I contract STDs. It must be that everything I'm touching is touching my nuts. When I get to shuffling, my forefinger flew. my skin stuff. Yeah, I watch some real stick stuff. Fuck sickos is what King Cobra told me. But my goon cave, it's never lonely, cause I'm gooning 24 hours a day. I just took another hit off that glass ice pipe, yeah. And I look at Ice Spice talking BWC all night like gooning in my goon cave. I'm a straight up goon and coon slave. Yeah, I don't leave my computer chair. It's got like 3 different liquids and a lot of hair. I don't know, cause I don't ever go anywhere that I could be seen. They see my chrome dome, it is glistening. Now I'm back in the goon cave, gooning all day. Straight up 24/7 coon slave, no homo though.
Hey, here we are. Made it just in time. Just in time. I like to sometimes take it to the edge, you know? I like to get right to the edge, right? And then see if we can make sure, 30 minutes away from missing today. But we haven't missed a day, and we're not going to, no matter how much WoW puts the boots to me. No matter how much they do. Before I get into all that, I have to, of course, say, Stretch Nuts, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. 10 months using Bezos' dollars. He's got enough of them. I don't think he'd mind. Today was a busy day. Today we've been getting a lot of work done. Actually, not as much work done as I wanted to, because it took me fucking 1 hour to render one graphic that I don't even know if I'm going to use or not. But it's Rumble work. We're in the stretch of the Rumble. Doing a lot of work on that. I was up till by 4 a.m. yesterday working on that. Good stuff coming out of it, but it's a slog. This is a fucking son of a bitch. This is a job. This is like a full-time job. But we're getting through it. If everything goes correct, I should be done, 100% done, everything Rumble related by the 1st of February. By the 1st of February. It'll take me a full month of January to get it all done. So that's kind of where we're at on that subject. We're going to go a little bit more detail on that and catch up a little bit, because there is a new entry today and a couple things to go along with it. Right now I'm also testing something. We'll see if the internet holds out. Yesterday was a really shitty day for the internet. Yesterday, WoW was really putting to the boots to me. I felt like Mersh. I did. I was like, I was like, maybe they're telling me a sign. What was that title of his fucking video? Help, I'll end it. I don't know. You'll get caught up in it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll get caught up in it. But no, so I've tried one other thing. We're trying one other thing. As I was like, what if it isn't the internet? What if it's my Ethernet adapter, my computer? It's an older computer. I've had this now since 2020. I think I bought the computer I stream on back in 2021. I'm closing in on 4 years. It's a lot of use, heavy duty use over the last 4 years. So I'm using an alternative Ethernet adapter, and we'll see if it works. The test stream I did earlier seems to be fine. We'll see what today goes. We'll see as it goes through, because here's the other little pickle. Even if I wanted to switch to Comcast, I wouldn't be able to make the official switch until February anyway. That's a whole other thing. I was on the website trying to work it out, and I was like, oh, that's not going to happen right away. However, I think I can go back there, and for the same amount of money I was paying, I'll be able to get a new phone, and you can include their mobile plan and everything. So I worked out a good deal, but it's we'll see. We'll see how we get there. Isn't that what you fucking said? I don't know what you said, Slit, because when I get tech advice from the chat, I ignore it. There's nothing you're going to say tech advice-wise that I'm going to say, oh, you know what? I didn't think of that. Oh, I didn't think of that. You have plenty of time to set booby traps around the house by then? Yes, exactly. But yeah, so who knows? So I figured, hey, in the meantime, over the next, week? How many more days until February? I think we only got 10 more days anyway. What the fuck? Calendar does not want to cooperate. Oh, it's 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks. We got 2 more weeks because it's a 31-day month. Speaking of 31 days, though, tonight, that's what it's kind of like a checkpoint for us here. We've finished our first 30 days of Project Melvin. Today is 31. And I was like, you know what? Since I am so swamped and we're, internet's unstable, I don't want to be committed to like a full thing. It's late. I was like, tonight would be the perfect night, considering what day we're on, is to do a checkpoint. Because I think, I don't know if I explained this back in, what was it? What day did I do like I kind of outlined everything? Because it wasn't the 2nd because I was too hungover. I think it was like the 4th. Wasn't it the 4th of January? I kind of outlined everything. I think it was that Saturday. But basically what I kind of wanted to do is do like a checkpoint every like month or so. Every 30 days is a fair checkpoint. And to kind of go over a few things of like, hey, like right now I feel stressed. Right now there's been some definite challenges, but we got to kind of realign ourselves. I know this sounds pretty hokey, but you got to, there may be things that we accomplished. There may be things that I've learned. There may have been some failures. We should point that out. I know some things that I realized like, wow, I kind of did not accomplish as much as I wanted to. So I think that just for at least the record books, for the, for the project itself, I should discuss this. And then we'll see where it gets us. Alex DeWick, what's going on, buddy? TikTok shut down or is still up? No, it's back up. It was down for like 12 hours maybe. I don't even know. By the way, I did want to say, again, thank you for everybody that has come over and followed on Kick. We did officially yesterday. I know it was really quick. It was a real quick stream, so I wanted to specify. But we did hit the 75 follower mark. I filled out all my tax information, for all the money that's going to be coming in on Kick. But I can start to monetize and things there. So in the coming days, we're going to incorporate more options over there for, we'll get a new chat so they're both combined on the screen. We get some alerts for people over there. things like that. Emotes, yeah. Well, the problem was, so I was going to import my emotes, but Twitch goes and resizes your emotes for you as long as they're within like a couple parameters. Kick is old school where it's got to be exact. It's got to be exact. So I was just like, I'll just throw some up here real quick. And it's like, no, I got to actually go into Photoshop and I got to resize some of these. Like the Dunkachino emote that I have on Twitch, it doesn't fit the exact specifications on Kick, so I got to get on that too. We'll get that going. So you might not want the chats to merge. No, well, so I did check on the back end. There is some more moderation tools on Kick's chat as well, so I think we'll be fine on that side too. So. I just haven't had any time to fuck with it. It is like my time is like spread as thin as it could be, and all of it's into this Rumble right now, which I told you yesterday, and I get this way every year I do it. This year, I'm honestly surprised it's taken me this long, where I've gotten actually 30 promos done. Like I've got a full regular year's Rumble done before I'm like, I hate this. I never want to do this ever again. It happens to me every year. Last year, it was when I had a power outage for almost a full day in January, and I was already behind, and I was in the middle of editing one, and all I wanted to do was that weekend. It was a Friday night of all times. It was a Friday night. Power goes out, and I can't work on it. I was hoping, oh man, I'll just stay up late. I'll work on it Saturday. I'll get more done. I couldn't do anything, and I have to freeze my ass off. Yeah. That's how I felt. This is a great representation of the explosion of emotions last year. So, considering it took me, to halfway through on a 64-man Rumble to hit this point, I think we're doing good. And on top of that, we're doing Project Melvin. And on top of that, I've stopped drinking for the year. Now, I will say my garbage food intake has gone up. I've eaten Taco Bell 3 days in a row right now. It's been tough. So that's one of the lessons I've learned is I can only take out so many vices at a time because you start leaning on other ones to fucking make up for it. So, but in my defense, I have been walking at least 2 miles, speed walking 2 miles a day at a minimum on the treadmill. It's most of an episode of Succession is basically how I run that. Need a Happy Meal emote. I think that actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. I think that is a good emote because I was thinking of emotes, some new emotes. I think a Happy Meal emote is a good one to do. And look, but I will say I've gotten a lot better. I keep this notepad here. Look at all these pages we've used since, and I write stuff down and I try to get it taken care of. So we're getting better. That's one of my favorite sound alerts on Twitch, by the way. Yeah, it's a good one. Now, in all fairness, I did steal it. That was an old Sam Hyde emote when he used to stream, but he don't stream no more, so it's mine now. Or not emote. I'm sorry, sound alert. It was the. I think on YouTube, if you like. What was it, like subscribed or whatever? Like you did the what do they call that there? Because you subscribe for free on YouTube, but what is it like you pay like a Twitch subscription? Like the paid subscription tier. And then they stopped streaming, so I took it. Yeah, the membership fee, that's it. Yeah. So all right, so let me go through here. Couple things to touch on. Well, let's get some business taken care of real quick, because speaking of the Rumble, we have another entry today. Now let's go back a few, because I don't know how much everyone pays attention. I don't know if you follow the social media, the 64-Bit Legends social media stuff. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter. I don't know if you how often you watch this. I'm trying to, with the amount of time that I spend on these things, I want to ram these down your fucking throat because I don't want them to just go off into the ether. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. So we have, today we've had our 32nd entry, but before we get into that, let's go back to say 29. Let's go back to entry 29, and we'll catch up from there. When was the deadline, this Thursday or next week Thursday? Oh, yes, I'm glad you brought that up. I'll get into that. Yes, as far as the possible Rumble submissions. The deadline is Thursday at like midnight. But I'll get more into that in a second. Just hang tight. So, let's catch up with what we currently have here. So, number 29, the 29th entry into this Rumble was a new face. We've had some more new faces. We've seen a lot of familiar faces, but we're seeing a lot more new faces. So, number 29 was a new face, and it was Harry Taco. I'll let him explain more.
Oh, hey there. I felt your eye fucking me from across the room. Name's Harry Taco. You may know me on the indie market as the Bald Peach. But as I get older, I get a little hairier, get a little wiser. But one thing stays the same. This taco can take a beating. I'm not afraid to put this taco on the line, dead center in the middle of the ring, against 63 other hot, sweaty dudes ready to give me shots from the back, the front, maybe even from the side. But I do have a problem with one of the wrestlers back there. You know exactly who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, C-Man. See, every time I'm in the back, getting a shower, getting ready to cut a beautiful promo for you, I feel someone swimming through the cracks. And it's C-Man and his dirty little gang of swimmers. Stay out of my cracks, buddy. I gave you one shot, and this is your last warning. Because come 64-Bit Legends Rumble, this clam's gonna clamp down on you. So what you gonna do when I tighten up and I stretch you out over the side of the ring and throw you over the top and I become the 64-Bit Legends Rumble champion? Rub the taco, because fear not, hair or not, this taco's coming.
So there you go. Harry Taco making his debut, coming in with a vendetta, bringing some heat behind him, which is always exciting. And then after that, we have another, I believe it's another new face. We have a bunch of new faces here. The next two are all going to be new faces. This one, Skylar the Skydiver. I don't know if you can tell by the name what his gimmick is, but if you're still struggling to figure that out, here you go.
Hey, bro, I'm Skylar the Skydiving, dropping in from 7,000 feet. My hobbies are skydiving and wrestling and skydiving. So I'm entering the 64-Bit Legends Rumble, dropping right in. I hope my parachute opens, cause I don't got no backup plan. I'm Skylar the Skydiver. I'm Skylar the Skydiver. I'm diving right in, and I'm gonna win this Rumble because I'm a crazy motherfucker.
Is Skylar the Skydiver really into fishing? I can't figure it out. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not really fully sure what his hobbies are. Maybe we'll find out if he shows up in the Rumble. So then we have another new face, and I gotta say thank you to somebody. Goonie was able to put me in contact with this guy, and I'm so glad that he did because he helped me out immensely, filling another slot here with Purple Rainbow. But this also brings me to the thing that we talked about yesterday briefly, is that if you think you may know or are someone that is a possible contender in this Rumble, feel free to send a promo of said person. Now, we discussed names of things. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm all out of names. I came up with fucking 75 names. I don't have any more. So this one's on you. Now, how this is going to work is it depends on if we get any or how many we get. But if they're in by Thursday, midnight Thursday, or technically midnight Friday, right? So 11:59 p.m. Thursday. Okay, how about that? That makes it more clear. If you can get it in by then we'll take a look at it over the weekend. And it depending on how many we have, because I don't know how many slots I'll have available. If there's a giant influx of them, if we get 30 entries, that would be amazing. That'd be wild. That would be insane. The math doesn't even check out, but let's just go with that. We will look at them all, and we'll maybe do a vote or some sort of poll to figure out, what the best contenders are, and who may be able to make it in, and then they'll have, we'll gussy up the promo a little bit and make it official. So that's the deal. If we get any, if they don't get any, then no biggie. Then we'll go from there. But that's the idea. I've had people ask me about sending stuff in. That's what we can do. That's what we can do. Okay? Those are and I'll repeat that over the next couple of days in case that's ever something that somebody wants to do. So with that being said, here's one that I was put in contact here with Purple Rainbow.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness perfection. Dig, if you will, a picture. 63 men and I engaged in fists at the 2025 64-bit Legends Royal Rumble. Purple Rainbow, Will Steele, the show. I'm on the road for go, baby. And if you stand in my way, I will run you over like a car. See, both you and I know that times are changing. And I think it's time I reach for something new. Being crowned the winner of that 64-bit Legends Royal Rumble sounds real good to me. Purple Rainbow puts butts in seats and boosts the cheeks. I'm looking forward to putting a beating on these sorry chumps. Cause I only want to see them bleeding from the purple rainbow. Rainbow. Woo!
I'm excited. Purple Rainbow came in. They came in hot. They got a lot to say. I like seeing a new face. I'm going to be honest, because some of these old faces I'm looking at, as I'm sitting here for hours and then looking at them, I'm getting tired of them. So I'll always welcome a new face. So there's Purple Rainbow. And then that was yesterday. And then today we had a new one. I don't know if you're aware of this. We had a new one today. It dropped. Speaking of familiar faces, this is a very familiar face. So in some ways, more than just their face is familiar. It's the return of Cock Davis.
Ladies and gentlemen, you better shut down the streets, because this year is going to be a cock party in the 64-bit Legends Rumble. That's right. Cock Davis is back for the 5th year, getting closer inch by inch every single year. Despite all the rumors, I'm healthier than ever. It's not herpes if it's everywhere. Cock Davis should be your choice to win this 64-bit Legends Rumble. Because Cock Davis... Cock Davis... Cock Davis is your cock and the Davis to win.
There you go. There's Cock Davis. We're all caught up. That is as of this afternoon. We'll see who shows up tomorrow. But there you go with a little bit of Cock Davis there. And speaking of Cock Davis, we're going to have to talk really quick here because I also want to remind we're talking about the Rumble. There's been some other new additions. And it's very, very simple for you to get to check it out. In fact, I can show you. But if you went and took it upon yourself to also look it up on your own to make sure it's fresh in your browser history, and you opened up primarily Safari because as an adult you should be using an iPhone, but maybe you want to use Google Chrome or whatever you so desire. Opera is a good alternative. If you go and you take yourself and put yourself in front of, or well, put your fingers to the keys and type in these simple words, melvintroyshop.com, you will see not only do we have the Dunkachino coffee, of course, and the new Dunkachino mug to go along with it, but the 64-Bit Legends Rumble collection is there and still growing. So, Cock Davis, of course, if you want to get a little bit more cock in your life, you can get the same tank top that he's wearing in the promo, but maybe you want sleeves. Don't worry about it. You can get it. If you feel comfortable wearing a shirt with the word cock on it, then this is for you. But maybe that's not what you want. Maybe that doesn't fit your style. Maybe your style is more to finding a man in a flannel shirt that'll go and take you out in the woods and touch your dick. Well, don't worry about that, because we have the Bear Trap Ross items there, including some, as they're dubbed, Rumbler Tumblers. The Rumbler Tumblers. You got a Cock Davis, a Bear Trap Ross. Of course, the canines are there. Everyone can't get enough of them. Bulldog and Shih Tzu. And of course, for the people that are smaller, you have some smaller items there. You did not decide to make a smaller version of a shirt that says cock on it. Seems a little weird. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, and then of course, we have all the same wonderful collections as always. We had to trim up a few things, so I'm telling you, if you want, get in on it now before stuff starts disappearing. Because I had to take out a good 40 items today. So, anyway, MelvinToyShop.com. Go get that, buy it. Go and generate the generational wealth. Don't buy the Trump meme coin. It's a rug pull. You're going to lose your money. The better investment for your money is buying these items in bulk and holding on to them for the next 18 months before you can start selling it to your friends and family at increased rate. Of course, I don't need to tell you this. You already know it. But just in case you forgot. Cock Davis, will you sign my baby?
Ooh, that's how
and
it
perfect
starts.
timing.
But then later
Bosley.
running and screaming.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome in here. Dadderall better show up. I got my money on him. Well, he just may. I'm going to be honest. There's a great possibility. As of last night, there's a fantastic possibility that may happen. But I can't guarantee it 100% because nothing in life is guaranteed. You never know what can happen. See, what do you think of the name Viet Connor, a.k.a. Agent Orange, but his friends call him Sick Boy, and he'll be burning it? I love that. Uncle Stinker, I absolutely love that. 100%. I'm not even being sarcastic. Viet Connor, a.k.a. Agent Orange, but his friends call him Sick Boy. I love that. I absolutely fucking love that. I wonder who Mr. Rotten Treats wants in the Rumble. It's a mystery. I don't know. I don't know if his money's on Dadderall. I don't know if his money's on... there's rumor about Fuzzy the Cuddle Slut. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. So, anyway, that I believe catches us up for today, with the Rumble. Man, that has been, and there's just, I have more that I have to do. I will say though, 99% of all the promos will be recorded and put on the computer by end of day tomorrow. So that'll be a nice accomplishment, and I can reclaim my basement because it is just nothing but a green screen and green floor and lights and cables and everything. It's a fucking mess. Trying to get Milkman Riddles in the Rumble. Hey, well, if he sends something in, we can see. You know, that would be good if someone came in as the Milkman. If someone came in as a Milkman, this would be their theme. This would be their theme here. If they came in. Where is it at? Yeah, we could use a milkman. That's a good idea. Suck at my wife's tits. Yeah. I didn't find the cartoon. This is just the Aphex Twin song. Can you send this to Riddles right now? Is he in the chat, or is I don't have a thing to DM him. Well, I have ways, but I don't have it in front of me right now. Just throw it at him, no context. Do I have a recent whisper from him I can send? Don't. Do not. I asked ChatGPT to make me a ridiculous wrestler name and backstory. Okay. We'll see what we get. Professor Quinoa. Dr. Clark Granola backstory. A self-proclaimed superfood specialist and failed scientist, Dr. Granola... Hold on, I got cut off. Dr. Granola has dedicated his life to blending nutrition and wrestling. He enters the ring with a briefcase full of organic snacks and is convinced that the secret to his opponent's downfall lies in their gut health. His finisher is called the Vegan Vortex, where he dumps a pile of quinoa and kale on his opponent, claiming it's a mind control tactic. I actually kind of like that. If you can deliver a promo that synthesizes that in an aggressive manner. Quinoa? I'm sorry, I don't speak whatever the fuck this is, okay? Yeah, quinoa. Quinoa, it's all the same. You wanted me to spell quinoa, why don't you spell it that way? Get that Q out of there. Did I mention the name Terry Tendrils, a.k.a. Pig Tit Terry, a.k.a. Hog Papa? I think you mentioned that last night. I think you threw it at me right before I was rating, so I was like, I didn't know how to think about it. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so we got that done. And then, so before we go back and kind of look back at the last 30 days, and it's a good idea. If you're ever working on a long-term project, it's always good to go, and I used to have to do this on a weekly basis for a job where you had to take the results of that week, and look at the measurements, whatever the metrics are that we're measuring, and then you'd have to go and send, what were the basically it's your wins and losses, but here's a corporate way to never say losses. You don't want to say that because people get uptight. Be like, losses, what'd you lose? How'd you lose? What do you mean you lost? Or failure, don't use that. Challenges. That's the key word you want to use. Challenges. So you have your wins and your challenges. Or your success and challenges, So that's the way we're going to look at it. But it is truly good to do that. It's good to have that as a habit anytime you're working on something, because you don't know how to course correct. You got to reflect on it a little bit. The Milkman. I just played the song. I just played it. Slit. We just did it. Oh, is this the actual video? We'll get into that a little bit later. But before we do that, though, today, a couple things I want to talk about for today. I'd like to try to... One thing I've been trying to do for my own sake... There's a lot of things I'm trying to accomplish in streaming every day. And I'm frustrated that I'm a little backlogged in trying to track some of these. Is that I try to actually do like a little recap of my day for myself. It's like a little diary for myself. You may not give a shit. I'm sorry, but I do it for me. Maybe you give a shit. I don't know. And so I try to do that. Obviously we try to accomplish things, which we've been so with that. Number one story, we've got it launched. We just haven't been able to be consistent with it because of, you know who. You know who's been holding that up. I don't need to say it. But one thing that I've realized is that I gotta incorporate at least one of these days a week where I can just like chill out And I had forgotten for the longest time that I am on Twitch, well, and also Kick, but both platforms, for the most part, all platforms at this point really, are geared toward the gaming genre. So maybe that would be a nice thing to do for my own sanity. I think that would be a good thing to do for my own sanity. So I think moving forward, I'm going to try to schedule a day where I do some sort of game, either for myself or everyone else can join in. I'm going to map it out, but I have to do it for my own sanity because I literally was, the other day I was ready to fucking pull my hair out of my head. What I have left. Bring back Minecraft Mondays. I don't know if I wanted to. Here's the kick on the Minecraft Mondays. We possibly could. Two things with that. One is I didn't even play Minecraft half the time. I just let other people, and I just wandered around and did this. I just did this while just wandering around Minecraft. Oh yeah, you can download Fightcade and play a bunch of retro games and multiplayer ones and other folks if you want. Yeah, I'm making like a little list of things and stuff to try, to spice it up a little. Talk to a few people about maybe doing some collaborative things and so on. So there's things in the pipeline. The big thing that's holding me up on everything is the fucking Rumble. I want this over with so I can move on. I want to do so many other things, and it's like it feels like that thing. You know how like when you were a kid, your parents may have said, they may have not have said this, and I've good or I feel bad for you, however it goes, but you get home from school and they say, hey, you can't go outside and play until you finish your homework. And it's one of those days where like you have a homework in every subject and it's going to take you forever. Like I remember I'd sit there and I'd be like, this is going to take me all night. I will never be able to go outside to play. This is never going to happen. I have to do the outlines. I hated the outlines. I hated when in history class they force you to do an outline. I have to do history outlines, and I have math homework, and I have to do a science experiment, and I'll never be able to go outside to play. That's what I feel like. That's what it feels like right now. It's driving me fucking nuts. So I want it over with. As much as I know once it's done, I will be happy with the finished product. I just want it over with. You want to play The Forest? I think the first couple games I play are probably going to be Sonic games. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be 100%. Because I just need something just to fucking chill out. When we start doing it, and then there's a couple other things I have set aside I want to do. Some that other people can come in on. Some that'll, I'll leave it at that. I have some stuff. And we have a whole year. So I always skip the days for oral presentations. See, I didn't mind that. I did well with, like, even as a kid through high school, like, if I had to give a speech, I could do that. If I had to present, it's the essay part. I hated the essay. And I specifically, when I was in college, I got a communications degree because I didn't want to have to write. And when I went back to school, I did the thing, and this is what I would encourage anybody who is going to college to do, is you go to the community college for cheap. I paid out of my own pocket. And you go and you get yourself like as much as you can get done there. And then you transfer to a university. And then they don't even look at your high school fucking grades or anything like that. And what was I going to say, though? I was getting somewhere. Oh, yeah. And so in community college, I've realized, well, also my degree, the career path I wanted to go into, it fit. But all my classes, I didn't have to do essays. I hated the essay. I hated having to write shit. I hated to fucking have to regurgitate some bullshit. And so I would just give speeches, and it would be great. I took all like public speaking and interpersonal communication courses, and it was great. And then I get to the university level, and they're like, and I get into like my first block of, communication courses, and it's all. Then I start getting into theory and things like that, and it's just all fucking just writing. And I'm like, but that's not what that's not why I'm in this. I don't like to write. I want to speak. Got to take that Nero gum. Joe Rogan's been talking about stay focused. No, I'll just white knuckle it as far as I can. It was $2.5K a semester for me at community college and 4X at a university. Now for me, granted, this is almost 20 years ago. 15 years ago-ish, somewhere in that range. It was less than $1,000. It was less than $1,000 a semester for community college, and then when I was at the university, it was between $3,000 and $5,000 a semester. So it was a little bit more expensive, but it was definitely manageable because I had a job, I had a full-time job, and all that. So take like 6 of them bitches. No, I'll just drink a pot of coffee and go from there. Even though sometimes I feel like my heart's going to jump out of my chest. A lot of my friends went to Baker. Oh, don't do that. Baker was overly expensive, and they had what do they have, like trimesters or some shit like that? So they didn't transfer anywhere. It's the biggest scam ever. Don't go to Baker. It's too late. They already did. But I'm just saying, yeah, you could have saved a lot of money and just went to one of the community colleges. I'm going to go shovel. I'll have earbuds in and listen while I shovel. I like the sound of that, Slit. That's a good way to go. Baker's closed now, I think. Good. They should be. I assumed you went to Specs Howard. So I actually went to... when I dropped out of college... and I got this job at a Budweiser distributor. And it was good at first. It was good for my age. I was like, 19 years old or so? Somewhere around 18, 19 years old? I think 19. And I was able to make decent money, or what I thought was decent money. Plus my parents weren't going to kick me out of the house. So that was going to be, that would have been nice. But then after about almost a year, I saw the people I worked with, and I saw the bosses I worked for, and I didn't dislike anybody, but it started to hit me of like, is that all I ever want to be? Is that all I ever want to be? Is just a area manager? Yeah, I could probably make 6 figures doing this, but like, I want to try to do other things. I have the whole world is in front of me. I'm 19 years old. I can do whatever I want. So, so what I decided to do is I listened to a lot of radio in the car because I was on the road a lot, and it was just all the FM stuff. And I drove around a lot of the where a lot of the stations were. There was an area that I worked in, and I just stopped in. I think I called Specs Howard because that was always advertised, and everyone knew that if you're gonna get in media, local media in the Detroit area, you go to Specs Howard, right? So I go there and I talk to the people, and they take me on a tour, and they give me the big talk, and I was gonna do everything. I was gonna do the full thing, television and radio courses, the whole shebang. And I remember when I got the thing where it was going to tell me how much it was going to cost. It was going to cost me just under $30,000. And when I would have graduated their program, you don't end up with a degree. You end up with a certificate. That's it. You end up with a certificate for $30,000, which I didn't have. So, and it's a 2-year or 2.5 year course load. And I was like, I talked to my parents, and they're like, well, you have to do student loans and this, that, and the other. And it's like, and they're like, or you should probably go to like the community college and see what their equivalent is and see what it's like to get an actual degree in hand. So I did that. And basically, I got a bachelor's degree. Took me a little longer because I don't have any loans. And I did it for about $30,000. So I ended up with an actual bachelor's degree, which in the long run gave me a lot more flexibility. And I learned a hell of a lot more than I would have learned in what is basically a technical school. And it allowed me to become a much more well-rounded person. And I actually made better connections because I went to the college. I wasn't in a little holding fucking facility with a bunch of youngsters that just want to get into their first internship, and you just gotta pray it works out. Go fetching coffee. Like, I actually made good connections that ended up lasting me, and some of these connections last me till today. So it was a much better thing to do. Anyway, I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. Well, that's good. That's good. My cousin went to Specs Howard and got a job at WADL and was a cameraman for Dance Party. Oh, that's dope. Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying you couldn't do it. Like, you couldn't find a career in it. There's a lot of people, I don't know if he's still on the radio now, but that Bill McAllister used to do mornings on, it's been a while since I fucking paid attention to any of this stuff, but I think he was on 97.1, the sports channel. Was he doing mornings there for a while? For a long time, he did a show with Jay Towers for a while. Met him. Real nice guy. But he went to Specs Howard. He made a fucking great career. He did, out of the thing. And there's other people that did the same thing. But it's a gamble. It's a gamble. So, and you got to carry a $30,000 debt, which I did not want to do. Anyway, we're getting way off track. I'm actually very relaxed today. Surprisingly, the last couple of days I've been so fucking wound tight as a drum. And then today it's been just the opposite. And I didn't have to take anything. I will say I did eat $20 worth of Taco Bell, and maybe that's what kind of chilled me out today. That's not good, but maybe that's the thing that's all I ate today, though. So in my defense, I didn't go too crazy. Take it with however you want. So earlier today, I wanted to touch on this. Because it did butt up against something we've talked about a few times, and something that just was crazy to me. So today, if you weren't paying attention, and trust me when I say this is not political in any way, but today was I was on Twitter and I looked before I was about to get on the treadmill, and I got sucked into that live stream of Trump's victory rally. So he did a rally because he won. Why not, I guess? And where is it at? So the thing starts when I tuned in. It hit because I got a. It's obviously it was the top of Twitter. If you go on the Twitter app, it'll show what's live and shit. And Elon Musk and.
Can you stay categorical? You are fake news.
No,
sure, go ahead.
It really did happen. And so I go and I look, and Kid Rock's performing. Okay. And so I'm watching this Kid Rock performance. And for a minute, I had forgotten that this was, I gotta say, they did a good job in filming this. As far as the performance goes, technically, I'm not the biggest Kid Rock fan. You know this. We've fucking talked about this a bunch of times. But I was watching, I was like, oh, this is a good performance. This is just a good So I want to see if I can find it, though, because he starts off with that all summer long. But there's a point to this I want to show you. Wow, the YouTube, I will say the YouTube audio, though, way worse. The Twitter audio was phenomenal in my earbuds off my phone. YouTube, not so much. Okay, this is what it was. So he does All Summer Long. I catch the middle of that is when I seen it. And I was like, okay, All Summer, all right, got it. And I'm just watching it, and I'm just watching to see, like, okay, what's the... And I was like, wow, this is like a full concert. And I was like, are they really doing a full thing? He finishes All Summer Long, and then Trump comes on, and he says, like, a thing. And it starts to, like, you feel a buildup.
I love you
right?
all. I know you're having a great... All of you in the God-fearing of our time for our God-given freedom.
Yeah.
America, rock.
So then I was like, whoa, what is this? Is this a full concert? Is this what the victory rally is? It's just a Kid Rock concert? And so I'm looking at this, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I get it. He's going to hype it up. You just did All Summer Long. That's a big Kid Rock song. Love him or hate him, you got to understand, that's a huge song. He does that, and then it's going to get dramatic, and you could feel like the sound start to swell, and I'm like, okay, this is what the next move right now. You want to get him with the hits. You want to come in with what? What song does he come in with? It's Kid Rock. Again, love him or hate him, doesn't matter. What do you come in with? You want to come in with something intense? You want to fucking hit everybody in the face? What's the best? Monster Truck? Well, Picture. Yeah, Picture is the one. Sheryl Crow came out. It was a whole thing. No. I'm thinking you go with Ball with the Ball. Of course. This is great. You're opening the show. You want to get people hyped. This is a monumental moment that people are going to remember forever. You want to come with your best, okay? You got Trump, the President of the United States, officially now. It's midnight. It's official. Officially now. He's the president. He's over there. He's pumping you up. He's saying you did a great job, whatever the clip says here. You're coming in, you're going to hit it hard. What are you going to do? You're going to do Ball with the Ball. Or I'll even say Cowboy would have been a good one. Cowboy would have been a good, some Devil Without a Cause shit. Just fucking come in, hit it hard, right? What does he do? Hold on. Just
make America rock again.
Yeah. This is where you come in. And then this.
We do reserve the right to scream, screw you.
It's the song where he's talking about fucking Let's Go Brandon and fuck Fauci. And I was like, no, you fumbled the ball, you fucking idiot. You fumbled it. This could have been a good historical moment. And now you got to come here with fucking Let's Go Brandon? Fuck off. I almost threw the phone across the room. Because I was like, because I watched half of the other song and I was like, wow, Kid Rock's still got it as a performer. Again, you don't have to like the guy. But you respect the art, and I've seen a lot of concerts, and as someone that age, the energy he's got up there, I was like, this is pretty impressive. Okay, he's doing a good show. And then he comes in with this fucking stupid shit. Yeah, ain't nobody can tell me how to live. Yeah, I'm like, God, you fumbled the ball, you dumb idiot. You fucking dumb idiot. I was like, why would you do this over Ball with the Ball? I was like, maybe he's not going to do that song. Maybe he's too old. Maybe it doesn't fit the vibe. No, because later, after I cooled off, I opened Twitter back up, and I look, and he's doing Ball with the Ball again. I was like, why didn't you do it here? You had the lead up. Why would you take the lead up from the president and do this stupid fucking meme song screaming about having to wear a mask and woke people? I know it fits the vibe for Trump. I get it. But it's just, you could have had a moment, and you pissed on it. You fucking dumb idiot. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is just, and this isn't even political. I don't care. This is on an artistic, or you can even say an autistic level. This was just such an easy gimme. It was such an easy win. People ate this shit up. Oh, I bet they did too. But I was like, as an artist, this is the moment. You come in with something just classic, monumental. It's your staple. It's what people know you for. Not the fucking Let's Go Brandon. You expected more from them? That's what I also got upset about. I was like, why would I? Why did I think that this man over all these years would do something as classic as something from Devil Without a Cause in a monumental moment? His only good album. Let's be fucking real here. God damn it. There's been a lot of things over the last year that, especially like, I'll be on social media. Usually it's Twitter or sometimes TikTok, where you see something that is just so enraging. I almost want to throw the phone across the room. This one was probably up there. This is like the biggest thing to piss me off. Again, I don't even care about the politics. I don't give a fuck. At an artistic level, you just fumbled the ball so bad. People are real fucking dumb. They're all just, oh my God, it's the Let's Go Brandon one. I know. And it's just like, God damn it. You're going to forever be remembered as this. This is stupid. Another president is going to have Kid Rock up there. Nor should they. Honestly, it's probably not a good idea. I thought Kid Rock was cool when he was banging that porn star Midori. I didn't even know about that. I didn't follow him all that. I was not a big Kid Rock fan. I had Devil Without a Cause, and I bought Cocky, and I liked half the album. And then after that, I tuned out. I was like, all right, I'm done with this now. He's going in a whole other direction. I'm not into this. I think he's good at all the genres. I mean, I'm not saying that he has no talent. I'm not going to say that. Without a doubt. I would be fucking retarded to say he's got absolutely no talent. It's just not for me. But I'm just saying, like, you have this intense lead up. You're at the event for the president. He's giving you the push, and you're gonna come in. You got a swell of music behind you coming. People are expecting a nice explosion, something that's gonna set the tone for the next couple songs that you do, and you go with the most kiss ass, fucking redundant thing. His first album is almost old enough to run for president itself. It is. I think it's almost 30 years old. I think it came out, 98? It's getting up there. 97, maybe? I don't know. I thought Kid Rock was cool. Oh, I already read that. I'm looking at the wrong chat here. Yeah, so this was infuriating. Because then, yeah, he does the Let's Go Brandon. Where's it at? And again, the YouTube version doesn't do it justice. The audio, whatever they were streaming onto Twitter for audio, sounded great. I mean, I was like, wow, this is like a professional concert. Even this is, I don't even think this is the same camera shots. This isn't the same video feed I was watching on Twitter, I don't think. I think this is an alternative feed. But it was like really well done. Of course, Twitter's going to have the best one. Why am I just realizing? Because Elon Musk, duh. But it was, but there was a point in which oh wait. I mean, why do you gotta do that? Like, you gotta say. Anyway, I don't want to belabor this. Because this is not a political thing. This is an artistic thing. I'm looking at this on an autistic and artistic level, and it's just so dumb. God, this fucking made me mad. And it's solely for the artistic piece of it. I don't give a fuck that you're wanting to do a big celebration for. Who gives a shit? I don't care. But god damn. I know it's super campy, but I kind of like the song. I understand. I just think it's too on the nose. It's too on the nose. That's my problem with it. In your Discord, I put a pic of Champ Town's birthday post to Kid Rock. Hold on a second. Let me open up Discord on this side. We'll look at this. I went to Trump Celebration the first time. I got to see Toby Keith. And that's fine. Hey man, I have no issue with anybody that would want to go to that. I have no issue with anybody that would want it. I don't care. Go and do it. To be clear, my beef with it is his artistic choice, his artistic song choice to follow up on this fucking emotional point that he was building on stage. It was just such a fumble. It made me mad. Yeah, this is not a, what do they call it? What's the TDS? Trump, what's the word? This is not a Trump derangement syndrome thing. This is a Kid Rock fucking just dropped the ball. Today is Speedball Bobby, aka Kid Rock's birthday. Just imagine how much product he's gonna do over the next week. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, and Cocaine Bear can't touch Speedball Bobby on product. Speedball is geared up to rock some arena shows in the Midwest this spring. What? Nice. I'm not a Republican. I was just trying to keep an open mind and see Three Doors Down and Toby. Trump also has some of the best fire. Yeah, I mean he puts on a hell of a show. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. Absolutely. No, absolutely. I can't wait to see all the woke TDS marks crying tomorrow afternoon. I have a feeling it's not gonna be all that impressive, because I think that those people have been kind of pushed off into the minority. Nobody wants to hear from those people anymore. Nobody wants to hear from them. They're exhausted. They gotta go and they gotta get in their little hug boxes for a while, which is fine. Because it was too much. It was way too much. The crying and the emotional outbursts for the last fucking, I don't know how many years. It was too much. Now if you want to talk about like who the best people were to campaign for Trump, it was those people, because they were insufferable. They were insufferable. Anyway, so then after that, I get on the treadmill, and I've been watching Succession. Has anyone seen Succession? Has anyone seen this show? Everyone's talked about it. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's like a Game of Thrones show. Some people talk about like, oh, it's the most amazing thing ever. It's just something for me to watch while I'm walking for an hour. But I find it extremely fascinating. I watched the whole show. It's okay. Yeah, it's not phenomenal. But here's the thing that I find intriguing about it. They get wealthy people, like the actors that play the characters do such a great job at playing wealthy people. But what I mean by that is there's the dullness, the incompetence, the insecurities, and they're subtle, but man, are they good. Oh my God. The fucking guy, I don't know all the characters yet because I'm only like halfway through the first season, but that's the guy that runs the parks division. He's the one who's marrying into the family, right? Let me get the characters. that guy, dude, he plays such a fucking... There's so many people I've met like that guy. I've met so many people like that. It is... That guy plays him. Cousin Greg's funny too. Yeah. Kieran Culkin's the best thing on the show. He does a good job. Yeah, he's the most fun character to look at. But if you've been around these types of people before... Now, I've not been around like this level of wealth, to be clear. But there's been like... Each one of these characters, for the most part, I have encountered in one way or another. And God, did they get him down so good. The, what's the guy's name? Tom. The guy Tom. This guy. Hold on. Let me show you. Here's the characters. This guy. I don't know if you can see this picture. But, man, there is nothing more hateable than someone who isn't wealthy, who is willing to sell their soul into wealth. And I've met so many like this. And this is probably why I'm in the position in my life, and they are in the positions in their lives from the people I met, is because I'm not willing to do it. I just can't debase myself just to get ahead. Like, oh man, it is so... And then, or this guy, he plays the other son from the first marriage. Connor is the character's name. Oh, there's so many people I met like this. They're just so desperate. And there's nothing better. There's nothing better than seeing there's no better pleasure in life than watching a wealthy individual, like someone born of wealth, that's dumb, that is out of touch and dumb, and they can't seem to get themselves out of even a paper bag. It is so good. The bad guy in Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, that's right. He was in that. That's where I recognized him from. I didn't even realize that. Like Steve-O? Nah, not like Steve-O. No, you gotta watch this. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. There's like little subtle things that each of these characters do, and it's just like, even the sister. Oh my God. Because there's just like, there's people in my life, I'm like, oh, I know this. She's like this so-and-so from back then, and this guy's like this. Oh my God, this guy's just like this guy from this period, and that, blah, blah, blah. It's hard for me to describe, but it's fast. The show is okay. The show is not. If I never finished it, if all of a sudden something better came out and I never finished the show, I wouldn't give a shit. But I'm just saying, it's very well acted in that regard. Like, it's just... Yeah, but Tom is just so pathetic. He is such a pathetic character. Oh my God. And he's so desperate. He's so insecure. He's so just sad. And but I can't stop watching him. He's actually the most intriguing. A lot of people watch it for Kieran Culkin because he does a good job being like more of a sociopathic rich person. But Tom is really that's the real pleasure center.
Pizza Hotline.
That's the real pleasure center in the show. Anyway. All right, so we got all that out of the way. All right, so today's big focus is trying to kind of figure out like the general outline of things. Now that I've polarized everybody, in one way or another. Now let's talk about like the big, looking back, we finished a full month. We finished a full month, no matter how you want to slice it. We're on day 31. No matter what the length of time of a month. We started this project, it had to have been, what, the 19th or the 20th of December? Probably the 19th was the day one. That was a Thursday. It had to have been the 19th. There's no way I would have started on a Friday, I don't think. So a few things that I've kind of like figured out is I realize I got to be a better judge of like time, because we talked about the number of the things I wanted to accomplish this month, and I don't think we're going to accomplish all of them. I wanted to do as far as like a project, as far as like the project and Project Melvin, the project that I wanted to work on was getting some of the like personally, I wanted to get my eBay shit in line, and I've not gotten any of that in line at all. All I've gotten is the Rumble. So the Rumble has been the project this month. And next month, I wanted to find love. Will I have time to find love in February? I should. I think I got rejected today, though. I'm not sure 100%. So we're not off to a good start. Follow the directions in this video along with those interested in chat whom have a PC. The video is... Oh, this is for that game you're talking about. Okay. So... But I had to realize, like, I'm not... Things take longer, and I have my limits before I start to crack. The streaming part hasn't been that hard. It's really been everything else. That's really been the hard part, is juggling everything else time-wise. So my plan is February is going to roll around. February 1st, I think it's a Saturday. Is it a Friday or Saturday? Hold on. Let me double check. February 1st is a Saturday. So February 1st, I get to put in the order for Comcast to come out. Take advantage of the deal that I want to get. And then I'm going to take a week, and I have to go through like a fucking junk food detox, because the diet piece of my life is out of control. It is. We're eating Happy Meals. We're eating fucking Taco Bell, White Castle. I'm fucking eating myself till I'm sick. It's fucking out of control. I haven't gained a bunch of weight, but I want to lose some. That was part of the goal I want to have this year, is I want to get down to 175, believe it or not. I want to get down to 175. I've not been 175 in years, and I want to do it. Plus, it'll save me a bunch of money in clothes, because I'll be able to wear all these clothes that are like brand new. So there's a lot of incentives. There's financial incentives. It means I eat less. That saves money. We can put to other things. So, but not to be completely negative, this month we did a lot of different things for Christmas, right? We did some good stuff for Christmas. We got out of this chair for a while. Yeah. What did we win? What was our wins? What was our wins? What did we do? What can we look back and say, you know what, that was a good job? What did we do? We relaunched Number One Story, which I think is going to work well on its own. I think that's going to be its own. That's going to be its own show going from now on, I think, is what we're going to do. And that's going to go. It's going to go on YouTube. I feel once I got 3 of them, we're going to put them up on YouTube, and do more clips off of that. So, please keep... I know we've gotten a lot of submissions on it, which is great. Keep sending submissions in, because they're just going to... Because once this Rumble's over with, that we're going to be leaning on that heavy. Heavy. You covered the stink stuff I mentioned to you. Yeah, we did. We did cover that. Uncle Stinker, got into a little dust up. We got to cover that. We covered Matt Walsh, yes. Oh, and then on top of that, so I did check today. We're getting some views that are trickling in on that. And now I got people arguing in the comment section, which is always great. It's great for the algorithm to do that. They're arguing. So I had somebody come in with a Shadow the Hedgehog avatar combating, I think, almost all the negative comments. They're picking fights in there. So I like that. It's a real knife fight going on in my comment section of the Matt Walsh video. So we can keep that going. I'd like to keep that going. I do want to say, though, I think I I think we're good on the political stuff. So we got, 10 months ago, there was a Hassan video. There was actually a couple of Hassan videos. And now we did Matt Walsh video. I think we're good. I don't want to live in that world. I want to get into other stuff. I don't want to be. It's too much, It's too much. It gets too crazy. But yeah, we got to accomplish that. We got some. There's definitely some editing techniques I learned, which is great. What else did we do? I got Rumble promos recorded. But here's what I lost. We were supposed to do a cooking stream this month. So I don't know if I ever said that, but we're going to do a cooking stream. I have a whole thing set up to take it upstairs. I want to do a whole cooking thing because why not? I got to do something every day. I feel that would be a fun thing to do. And I was hoping I was going to knock that out like weeks ago, and we just never got it done. You learn how to talk to customer service? No, I didn't. No, I did not, because I don't speak their language. See, if I would have spoken their language, it would have worked a lot better if I would have, been able to communicate with customer service. Oh, here's what we did do. We did get monetized on Kick, so that is a great win. I take that as a big win. So that's good. Found out there just seems to be this, that Kick just seems to be where all the girls are that understand blast processing as much as I do. So that's a great thing. It's like every time we go searching around there, we found some girl with a Sonic shirt that seems to be autistic. So that's great. That's a win. I know you're trying to stay semi-independent, but Tequila likes cooking too. Well, so there's a few things that I've thrown out there. It just right now I have no time. But yes, there's that is definitely something that is I'd like to accomplish here in going into February is doing some more collaborative things. That's definitely something we gotta work on. I was hoping to do more of that this month, but all the collaboration hasn't been live. It's been over there with a green screen. And look, I still got costumes out here. Look at this. This is a couple of them. I got boxes of this shit. I didn't even put all this away. Yeah. We got the Steve Skunker hat still. Me and Stinker could come over and give you a smoke stream. I don't know if I need that. I don't know if I need a smoke stream. I don't need to be smoked out. I can't smoke anyway. I need to be able to talk. But that is one thing I am glad, because I've been talking so much. I think it was later. What day is today? Saturday? No, today's Sunday. Jesus Christ. I think it was last Saturday. Friday, the previous Friday, I was talking so much. So a week ago Friday, I was talking so much between streaming, various phone calls and things I had to do. I go over to, I went over to Keegan's and streamed and talked, and we talked for a while after the stream. And I woke up the next morning and my fucking voice was just like about to give out. And I'm not risking smoking anything. Stop breaking kayfabe. You're ruining the magic. What do you mean? What kayfabe am I breaking? Oh, the Steve Skunker thing? Sorry, he was just sitting there. Yeah, just clam bake his house. No, I'm not going to clam. It's going to take forever to get the smell out of it. This is not a smoking house. I don't smoke in the house. Even if I smoked a joint, I'd go outside. I'd go out the door wall. Smoke on the porch. Make his house stink. No, we're not going to do that. Don't worry about it, Slick, because that's not going to happen. Okay? I keep it under control. Smoke in the garage is better. Well, I have a detached garage, so no. If I'm going to walk that far, I might as well just stand on the porch. Let Uncle Stinker hotbox your car with you in it. No, I'm not hotboxing nothing. I don't want to lose my voice. I need it. We need it. And I know I'm going to eventually get sick sometime this year. I usually get one sickness a year. I got sick back in August after the gathering. So I think we're good for a little bit. We may be able to make it. We may be able to make it all the way to the summer without getting sick again. Hopefully. I think it's so bad that the next time you're desperate for smoke, you can escape the resin of Melvin's wall. All right, you're heading to bed. You have an early morning. All right, well, sleep well. I forgot it is Sunday, but tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. So tomorrow's like, well, I mean, I don't have a day off, but what's going on, buddy? But I still have to do Rumble stuff. But I get to sleep in, so. You have an 8:45 doctor's appointment? It's Martin Luther King Day. He had a dream, you know? And you're just going to go to the doctor? You're going to make a doctor have to go to work tomorrow? That's fucking racist. What are you doing that for? Making this poor doctor have to go and check you out? What are you doing? You're out of control. Since it's Martin Luther King Day, you could tell us what your dream for the future will be. See, they decided their days and times. Yeah, but you could have corrected them. You could have corrected them. You have your own agency. Well, the dreams of the future is we're going to be next month. We're finding love. Oh, that's what we're going to do. So February 1st is going to roll around. I was going to say this. I'm taking advantage of the Comcast deal. Okay, we're going back to Comcast for sure. Regardless whether or not maybe part of the problem was my Ethernet port, because we're streaming now on a different one and it's working just fine. Then here's what we're gonna do. We're signing up for Tinder, Platinum, right? Platinum, Tinder Platinum. We're signing up to Bumble. Whatever their thing is, the premium thing. And we're going to open up a Facebook dating. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get, you can only access it on your phone, so I'm going to have to do it through the phone. And we're going to go through there, and we're going to make an earnest attempt to try to find some love. Now, I talked with some people and get some feedback, and I think this is how we're going to do it. Is we're going to be very open with the fact that I am streaming every day. They have to know. They're going to have to accept that. If they want to be with me, they have to accept this. This is a part of my life. This is what I do. Okay? Going dog fishing. Well, and so here's the deal. I don't know what the numbers are, but I've been working this part out. Is we have, I think what I should set a goal of at least a minimum number of dates. Okay? It's like a social experiment. You may be saying, but that's not how you find love. And maybe you're right. Okay? But you got to try. You got to put yourself out there. So, you know, and as a feminist, who am I to go and withhold the essence I have from a woman based solely on looks? Right? As long as there's some personality and then because we've discussed it. I hate to judge women on a numbers scale, but really, if you go back to what I've said in the past, 10s don't exist, and I hate to do this. Ladies, I hate to judge you on this metric, but this is just, I'm trying to explain it to the simpletons that aren't as woke as we are. Where 10s don't exist, 9s and 8s, you stay away. That's like seeing like, oh, looks like that frog in the jungle looks pretty cool, and then they're poisonous. You don't even fuck with those. So we're gonna take the 9s and 8s. We're gonna take those. We're gonna take those right off the top. Then we're gonna go to the bottom, of course, and we're gonna take the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Get them out of there. Get them out of. I can't. This is not a charity cause, okay? We're not doing this for charity. So we can get that out of there. You got to get something else going on there. Plus, I'm going to be honest with you, and I think you can agree, most people who are ugly are evil. Okay, I read that somewhere. So I think that there's some truth. Live stream, no, we're not going to go that far. But that's we all know that ugly people are evil. That's why they're ugly. Okay, so, and I hate to say that even as a feminist, because I understand, deformities and, physical abnormalities aside, just if they look like they were just beaten nearly to death with the ugly stick, they probably have a corrupted soul. So we're just going to take the 1s, 2s, and 3s out of there, because it's too risky. Just as risky as the 8s and 9s and the, goes without saying, the fictitious 10s. So what we're going to work with is risky 7s and risky 4s, okay? And everything in the range. 7's risky. So that's how we're going to measure them, okay? I've been jotting this down. I have notes upstairs going in detail on the system we're going to use. Hopefully nothing happens to me, because if I ever have to go through my belongings, they may think I'm a serial killer. But we're gonna judge it between a 7 and a 5. And I hate to even use these numbers, because as a feminist, I feel that this only reinforces the patriarchy. But we're going to take a 7 and a 4. It's a risky move. That's where I'm going to have to probably share my location with someone just in case I don't come back. But a good 5 and a 6. That's really what we're trying to target. Is a 5 and a 6, okay? That's what that's where the love's going to be. You could say, yeah, but what happens? You never know what could happen. You could fall in love with an 8. Yeah, and I can also win the lottery. And if we were living in that fantasy world, there's a lot of things that coulda, woulda, be. I could sprout wings and fly away, but my mom had a green plastic baseball bat with a monster face or something on it, and she threatened to beat me with the ugly stick with that. That's probably child abuse these days. Probably, but it's, maybe if it was effective, I guess that's probably good enough. So that's the dream we're going to be moving into the near future, into February. We're going to be really diving into that piece. And then we didn't talk about then we have, all right. So then there's the clip competition. We failed at that. That's not going to happen this month because simply I just don't have time to fucking get it all together. There's a number of things I want to get together. So those are the failures. Those are the failures. The WoW being the biggest one. That's been a nightmare. I think we got some good wins. We've had some challenges. And we've learned. I've learned that time management is a struggle that I have, and I also need to cut down on the binge eating. I think that's like technically what do they call that? Like an eating disorder, right? I don't throw up afterwards, thank God. But isn't that isn't binge eating like an eating disorder? I think I read that I saw a video on that on TikTok. That's how I get diagnosed these days. The TikTok algorithm really understands. Like, I'll go on there, and let's take a look at TikTok, by the way. Let's just see. We've done this before. But I've noticed, though, by the way, the algorithm on TikTok on my phone and on PC, vastly different. Vastly different. Not vastly, but a bit different. It's a tad bit different. And so let's take a look real quick. You're cutting yourself with food. I am. I'm basically cutting myself with food. Binging, it can be. You can binge eat, but you got to burn it back off. I know. That's why I'm forcing myself on the treadmill every day until I can take the time to go through it's like a 4-day process to like go through all the sugar withdrawals and everything. That's the nightmare of it all. 'Cause it sucks. It's kind of like a hangover. It's like a dull hangover for like 3 to 4 days. And then you feel fine. But all it takes is like one little thing to slip on. One thing I'm going to do is starting tomorrow, I am not only uninstalling all of the food delivery apps, because that's what gets me at like 2 in the morning. So I'll impulsively just do that. But I'm also going to delete my accounts. So if I ever want to use them, I have to make a new account. It's worked with DoorDash. I haven't used DoorDash at all. I've been using Uber Eats because I still have an account there. See, depression, anxiety, addiction, OCD, hard restrictions can cause it. Well, the anxiety for sure. I don't feel depressed. Moderation is key. I can't moderate. That's the problem. I don't do anything in moderation. I was just having this conversation with someone the other day. I don't do anything in moderation. I'm 100% in. Like if I dive in on something, I'm in on it. Like I'm just like 100%. Like I was talking with someone the other day about how, like, if you remember, I was saying when was that? Like it was like last summer. Where it was a summer of me. Yeah, it was a summer of me, right? And I was lining up like date after date. I was like super focused on like, you know what? We're going to get back out there. We're going to really I've been out there, but I'm going to make like a good solid attempt. Cause I wasn't for a while. I was just kind of like, whatever. I would kind of sit around like a Venus flytrap, but if anything flew into my proximity, then maybe. But I'm like, no. We're going to go out there and we're going to fucking meet some different people outside of my, circle. And we're going to try to fucking make some shit. And I did. And then all of a sudden it was starting to take over my life. Because I got locked in. Like I set a goal for myself and I was like aiming to achieve it. And then I had to sit. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not getting anything else done in my life. I'm just getting validation and going out and having dates, and it was fine, but it's like now I'm just swiping away like I'm on a slot machine. Yeah, the puss crushing boy. It was a little bit of a run, but I was like so I was like, you know what? Let's back off, right? I think that's when we started. I got sick in August, and then we started focusing on getting that number one story list down to 0. And I was like, let's just kind of, let's just tighten it up. Let's tighten it up a little bit. He was acting like the puss was made with baking soda. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? It's made with baking soda. What does that fucking mean? Oh, puss was crack? Oh, okay. I'm just imagining like when you put baking soda, like Alka-Seltzer or something like that. And I'm like, what is it? Just there's like a foam that's coming out of there. It's like fizzing and foaming over. I'm like, that's gross. I don't want any part of that. Yeah, it's all fizzy. Yeah, coot crack. Yeah. But that's my problem. So it's like, I'm not good in moderation. Food, I'm not good in moderation with. That's why we stick to keto. Okay? Keeps everything at bay. Keeps the eating under control when I'm following it. Thank God, at least we've been still on the non-pornography kick. Thank God. If your puss don't vibrate like an agitated swarm of hornets, I don't want to know you. Yeah. Melvin makes volcanoes with baking soda and vinegar and his girlfriends, and he plays with dinosaur toys at the base of the volcano. Yeah, when they're on their period too, so it looks like real lava coming out of there. Oh, God. But yeah, there's no moderation. So that's why I have to just take out the things that I can't control myself with. That's why this year we took out the drinking, because it's like, luckily I'm not someone that craves it. I never sit here just being like, oh, I ache for it. But it becomes like a crutch. He says, "Babe, let's play Dino Whores again." No. Even though I do have some old Jurassic Park toys in the closet, I could dig it out if I wanted to. I think I have the original like T-Rex from like the first movie. It's broken though. It used to be if you squeeze it on its side, it would roar, and then if you stomp the feet on the ground, it would make like the impact noises like. I get that threw me off some. Oh, yeah, we're looking at this. Aching for that McChicken. Yeah, that's what I ache for. You know how excited I got when I allowed myself to go to Taco Bell today? I was like, you know what? I can't go through the headache. Because what ends up happening is you go through like it's usually like 14 hours after you've had like anything with sugar in it. This is what happens to me. 14 hours after you've had anything with sugar in it, or carb, it's like a carb sugar thing. All of a sudden, I get like this big crash where I'm just like, I can't even keep my eyes open. Like I just got to pass out for a while. And then I'm just kind of like dull in the head. Like I don't feel sharp. I don't feel like it's hard to think. It's hard to like, I don't know how else to describe it. And that will go on for about 3 to 4 days. And what I used to do to kind of expedite that is like the day that I said, hey, no more, I would make that a drinking day so that the next day or so I was hungover, so I didn't notice the difference. And I could just blame it on that. But now I don't have that crutch anymore, so I have to I just have to stick it out. If your pussy ain't vibrating like an anxious Michael J. Fox, get out of here. Maybe that's how you find the one, Melvin. You have to ask if they're willing to do that. Be like, listen, do you mind if I just play with dinosaurs by your pussy? Put some baking soda in there. Would you mind? Would you mind if I did that real quick? I just want to play with my dinosaurs. Problem is like any girl that would say yes to that, I don't know if I want to be with them. It's a little too much. It's a bridge too far. Today was an interesting one. Wait, tell her she can use a dental dam. Today was an interesting one though. So Today was what really kind of made it be like, you know what we got to do is I got to start streaming some of this, where I match with this girl. She's okay. She's a good solid, like between a 5 and a 6. You know, it's someone you could trust. Someone you could trust. It's not something it's not going to make me feel anxious about. It's not gonna be like you don't gotta worry about them trying to scam you, because a 5 and a 6 would never scam you. So, but there was something I was like, okay. And so she messages me, and there's a photo, and I didn't realize, because I haven't updated any of this stuff in like a year. Been kind of sitting there almost a year. What's it been, like summertime? I haven't updated nothing since summertime. And one of the pictures I had is probably at the time was probably almost too old, but I was just lazy and I just left it up there. This is on the Facebook dating too, so it just uses the pictures you already got. So I was just lazy. I threw it on there. This was probably a couple years ago, but then I got recent stuff too. And what's been nice is if you look, I haven't aged a whole lot. I really haven't. A little bit around the eyes, but I really haven't. There isn't anything super noticeable. 5 and a 6 just want to be loved on. Yeah. Any girl who says yes to that is a real dino slut. So anyway, she recognizes someone in the picture, because a lot of the pictures, I don't take like selfies of myself. I just usually use pictures of like when I'm with other people, and a girl usually takes the picture and I just crop them out, right? If need be. Because girls take good pictures. So it's usually like in a group setting. And she recognizes someone in the picture. She's like, oh, this person, is that so-and-so? Because that's a friend of mine. I've known them forever. I was like, oh, yeah, this is someone I'm not really close to, but I've known, tangentially, like, for a while. And I was like, yeah, that's actually, that you are right. It's like, it's like, well, how? I was like, yeah, this is from a while ago. And she's like, well, how long ago was it? Because, there's a lot of guys on here that, use really old pictures. And she was like trying to imply like, oh, and it's like, if this is your friend, then it's probably a few years old, because if you see them all the time, their styles have probably changed or something. And I felt, at first, I was like, oh. Well, first of all, here's where I got a little defensive, because she was a little older than me. She was like 40. She looks okay for 40. Or maybe she was 41. I don't remember. But she was a couple years older than me. But she looked okay. Look, you gotta work with what you got. So I was like, okay. But I was like, wait a minute. I'm younger than you. Don't come to me accusing me of lying about let me ask you, lady that looks decent, but your age says that you're 40 plus. What about you? How accurate are these? How recent was this picture where your belly's showing and it seems to be still put together okay? How like? So I got a little upset, but I was like, oh, okay. I'll update with another picture that also has that same friend in it. I was like, well, this is from a couple months ago. So I was like, you inspired me to go and update this. And I feel, and she hasn't responded back to me. And I feel I've been rejected. I feel it was a soft rejection. And at first I was like, because this was like 12 hours ago. I feel it's a soft rejection because, hear me out, at first I was like, oh, what? You think that I'm lying? I'm like, in fact, the picture that I showed was almost like almost a full body. You could see probably to here. I mean, it's a group photo. I'm like up. You could see up to here, so you could see that I'm not. It's not like I got fat or something, or all of a sudden I've got gray and all this. Like, no, I'm look pretty much identical to what I did a couple years ago. And I was like, wait a minute, are you soft rejecting me because that was an older picture? Or is it because that I have retained my youth while still being younger than you, and maybe your pictures are not that? See, these are the games. These are the games you got to play. These are the games you got to play. And this is why I find it fascinating. And this is why I think that we need to bring this. We're going to make new profiles. We're going to bring it to the stream. We're going to dive into it. We did it years ago. But I think we should do it for reals instead of taking those awful pictures that I had before. Because those were pretty stupid. Maybe you shouldn't have been standing and posing in front of a burning cross in the photo. Well, I mean, I thought that too, but I was like, hey, listen, I just want to make it seem like I'm open-minded. I can be around anybody. Don't lie, they got fatter. Put this as a song in your dating profile. What is it? I don't know. The lighting was good in the photo. Yeah. What is this? Jimmy Soul, if you want to be happy. This has got to be in my dating profile? Is this AI? No, this is from 9 years ago. This is actually, I never listened to the lyrics until just now. This is kind of a negative song. This is basically saying, don't marry a beautiful woman. And what's crazy to me is I've had similar advice given to me, but like, you need to date ugly. Date ugly. And I'm like, I'm not dating ugly. Ugly, as I said before, ugly people can be evil. Typically, they're evil. So you don't want to date ugly. That's why you stick with a good, trustworthy 6. Shoot for like a trustworthy 6. Maybe a 5. They got to be a charming 5. This is your jam? You like that? You need to date a burn victim amputee. She'll never steer you wrong. No, I don't think I need to do that. I think that's a little bit much. I don't have the patience because I wouldn't be able to sit there and be like, yeah, but I can't. I know you don't have any arms, but I can't put the lotion, the medicated ointments on your burns right now because I have to. It's Project Melvin. I have to stream right now. I don't have time. And I have to edit Rumble promos. I don't have time to go and put your ointment on because you don't have any arms. I'm not that person. I can't do it. I can't do it. Plus, what put him in that position anyway? You know, I don't want to be dating someone that pissed off the cartel and now that's why they're burnt and they don't have any arms. I don't want that. That's no good. That's no good.
So from my personal point of view, get another girl to marry you. Don't let your friends say you have no taste. Go ahead and marry anyway. Your face is ugly, my eyes don't match. Take it from me, she's a better catch. If you wanna be
Wait, what did he say? Hold on a second. What did he say?
You have no taste. Go ahead and marry anyway. Your face,
Wait, what is he?
don't let your friends say you have no taste. Go ahead and marry anyway.
Don't let your friends say you have no taste. Go ahead and marry her anyway.
Your face is ugly, my eyes don't match.
Wait, what did it say? Her face is ugly.
Go ahead and marry anyway. Your face is ugly, my eyes don't match.
Her face is ugly. My eyes don't match.
Take it from me, she's a better catch. If you wanna be happy for the rest of your life.
I never listened to the words of this thing. I didn't realize he's literally saying, like, yeah, you need an ugly lady. You need to marry someone ugly. Don't let your friends... We just hear her on stream in the background shrieking in agony. Melvin, I need my cream. Yeah, see, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not someone who can do that. I will say, this was something I had to get over a while ago, is kind of what this song is touching on, where it's like, yeah, this girl seems okay, and she's all right to be around, but I don't know if I want other people to see her around with me. I don't want this to lower... I don't want people to think less of me because she's not... I know it's awful to say, but this is... Like, we all know somebody that's dating someone that is just a fucking, like, trash bin. You know what I mean? Like, they are just... Like, they are the ugly stick. Like, you almost flinch because you don't want to catch the ugly off them. And in a weird way, you're like, what are you doing? So I never wanted to, but then I had to realize, like, kind of what this song is kind of advocating for. This is why I say, I don't know. This guy's basically saying, what's his name? Jimmy Soul? Jimmy Soul's basically saying, you need to be shooting for 1s and 2s. I don't trust that. I don't trust that. Like I said, give me a solid 5 or a 6, and we can work with that. That's at least like... And as I get older, I think it's a little bit more, reasonable. Because then I could say... If anyone were to judge me and be like, yeah, but what are you doing with her? I'll be like, look at me, I'm 38 years old. What do you want? It's slim pickings now. I'm getting old. What do you want me to do? You want me dating a 23-year-old? Get out of here. That's crazy. I can't run that speed. Like, I feel as I get older, the bar of expectations for my life actually goes down and things become less stressful. I kind of appreciate that in a way. You don't want to bring around a show pig? Both her eyes are lazy. About to get a discount bride from Russia? No, I wouldn't do that. You kidding me? How the fuck would I do that for? The fuck would I do that for? Here's the lyrics. Yeah, let me see. Let me see here. Oh, wrong mouse. What are the lyrics here? Where did you put that? Oh, here it is. So if you want to, okay, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So for my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. If you want to be, okay, that's a pretty woman makes her husband look small and very often causes his downfall. As soon as he married her, and then she starts to do the things that will break his heart. But if you make an ugly woman your wife, you'll be happy for the rest of your life. An ugly woman cooks meals on time. She'll always give you peace of mind. There might be something to that. I hear Ukrainian chicks are on a discount, some war or something. Maybe that's they're too westernized. One of my homies was from Russia, and his mom was hot, so I used to joke his mom was a mail-order bride, and he would get mad at me. When I got older, I figured out she actually was a mail-order bride to get her son to America. Oh, wow. If you want to be happy, okay. Don't let your friends say you have no taste. Okay, this is where I landed before. Go ahead and marry anyway. Though her face is ugly, her eyes don't match. Okay, so he's really painting a fucking ugly picture. Though her face is ugly, her eyes don't match. Take it from me, she's a better catch. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. So, from my personal point of view, yeah. So they say, man, hey, babe, I saw your wife the other day. Yeah, and she's ugly. Yeah, she's ugly, but she sure can cook, baby. Yeah, all right. If you want... Jesus. This is from what year did this come out? 19... What? No, that's the reissue. When did this? If you want to be happy. I want to know, yeah, how old is this song? That was 1963. Jesus. $1963. That's something. Well, anyway, so that's our big project. Well, we have to get there's two things I want to get done next month. Is I want to get the eBay stuff taken care of. I know that may not be as riveting for you, but I really want to get it taken care of, and I think there's something educational in there that I may be able to use. And then the dating. Then because this Rumble's over. Because as of right now, I think everyone's in agreement that February 8th is the actual Rumble, and then we're done. We can move forward. I hope you never have a breakup like this. Let's see. Oh, I've seen this. I think I've seen this. Is this the... Lives Matter. I always want to be African American. I always envy their basketball dunking and rhythm flows. I honor their struggle. What is this? How old is this, by the way? 6 years ago? Nick Roachford, make Palestine Mexico again. Wow. This almost could be made today. I wish I were Jewish like Andrew and Sam. I'm biologically Mexican, but I am trans-Jewish, which means I identify as Jewish. I love Jewish things. My Mexican blood compels me to street race. It means that behind the wheel of a lowered CRV, I'm unbeatable. But the other street racers don't understand when I celebrate my wins with matzo balls and klezmer dancing. Wow, this is still fucking relevant. Indians are better at technology, but we're actually not, and we barely speak English. Ooh, child. I can't read. It's too... Can I bump up the quality? No, it's only 720. Anyway. Oh, wait, I can read it. Microsoft hires 100,000 of us, and our code is so sloppy it has to be rewritten by 500 overworked white guys. This problem is known to industry peeps as the code diaper, and you'd hear more about it if you were paying attention. It's ultimately 4 times more expensive to outsource because the work has to be redone years later by white guys. Indian code is patchwork. I don't know what it says. Oh, it's a patchwork rat's nest shit that fails and needs to be completely redone the minute it's integrated into any bigger. I've never noticed this before. I think I know what. I've seen the clip of this. I've just never looked at this. I've never seen the whole intro before. This is real info from a medium-sized tech company CEO that we've talked to several times. Jesus Christ, Indians fucking suck at coding. Don't believe everything you hear about them being awesome. What is this? Wait, what does that say? Lade serves the fires. Thank you for the follow. I think I pronounced that right. Yeah, is that how I pronounce that? Lade serves? Oh, L.A. Oh. It's a troll. It's a troll name. L.A. deserves the fires. That's what it is. You should have capitalized the L and the A. It would have really made it more easier to point out. All right, to several... Where was I? And only roughly 10% of Indian business school graduates are employable. This is possibly due to white racism, but perhaps it's also because Indian business schools suck? ? Charles actually is high caste Indian, and we put him in whiteface. He has a beautiful family. I don't use bathrooms. I'm just like you. American whitewashed world peace. I can't even read what the rest of this is. Well, yeah, I'm always going to give everybody advice if there's something to fix. It's just, you know what I find interesting is that this is uploaded 6 years ago. I don't know when this was originally made, but I'm not saying these talking points are all correct, but these are still things that are being talked about today. You know what? Let me just play it out. I want to say this is the one. Is this the one where he drives through the house? I was wondering where this was going to go. I don't think I've ever seen the full thing before. Oh, there's me. We're watching me watch it. That was what's recommended. All right, that was good. I remember I seen one. This must be part of like a series they must have done, because there was the one where fucking just like she breaks up with him, and he runs to the car and just drives through the fucking house. Yeah. Yeah, that one. That's the one I think I've seen all the way through. Oh God. Well, so yeah, what was the purpose you sent me that? Wait, what was the context? Oh, yeah, I never have a breakup like that. No, I've never had a breakup like that. No. Thank God. Thank God I've never had to be lifted up to heaven afterwards. I just seen this. So this is Mr. Twister wanted to contribute to the conversation. Yeah, get an ugly girl to marry you. I don't know about that per se. I don't have the time. Maybe if she could walk, maybe we could work something out. But the club feet or whatever's going on here, just a bit too much. She's got it going. I mean, maybe, but I can't deal with the medical issues. I'm not able to really handle all of that, unfortunately. Oh, this is the Charles one? All right, let's take a look. We might as well. Let's take a look at this. Now you gotta send me the other one. Now I gotta see the one where he drives through the house. That I need to see. I've never seen World Peace, like the show. I've seen these like various different clips. I saw the one where they hire all the they do the thing where it's like the moms one where they get all the moms together and it's a little crazy. Oh, you got it? Okay, we might as well. We got to see all three now because this is the one I've seen. Yeah, this is the one. This is that's the breakups that I've typically had. Those are the breakups that I've typically had. This I can relate to more. Yeah. See, not everyone liked it, but I thought there was some funny shit in the show. Yeah, I was reading their book. I had downloaded it. What is it called? How to Bomb the Government or whatever the fuck. And it's basically what I'm assuming the show is in like written form. Like there's no like coherent narrative. It's just a bunch of like just these sets of pages of weird shit. It's, you know what it reminds me of? I think it's kind of reading that took me back to when I used to go on 4chan before it became a government psyop. And it was just a bunch of like random shit. That's what it kind of reminded me of. And I'm assuming that's what the show is kind of like. So I'd probably like the show. It's just unfortunately all that got bogged down with, psyops. Because I was late to that. I didn't watch any of like the Sam Hyde stuff. Well, I think what dragged me in first was the Frank Hassel. The Frank Hassel boogie shit. Was it that one? Yeah, I think it was that. And then I started looking that up. And then I started seeing it. And then you get in the algorithm. And then you get that. And then the Fish Tank and all that, You can still buy the show, but nowhere streams it. Where are you going to buy the show at? Or does he have it on? Well, I subscribe to that Gumroad. I get like the podcast, the Perfect Guy Life podcast. So that's where I've gotten like the book and stuff. But or they sell it like on DVD or something. Let's see. We go to the Gumroad. Oh, here's the link in the description. Yeah, I do like the $10 a month, whatever the fuck. I think off Amazon or one of those sites you can buy it and look around. Let me see. What was it called? $1 Million. They're supposed to do like another. They're supposed to reboot it. They've been talking about doing that for fucking last couple of years, and then it's never come out. What is it? Extreme World Peace. Oh, it is on. Is it on Amazon? You can just get it on Amazon for $1? More purchase options. Oh, can you not get like a whole series, the season, or you got to purchase it by episode?
Was she good at sucking it, or what?
Yeah, that's why I was tempted to drive a car through the house. Oh, I forgot this is an Adult Swim show, so each episode was only like 11 minutes long. Oh, damn. I'm not showing it. Well, there's not much to show. But apparently, yeah, you can just buy it by episode. You have to just get each one for $3 a piece. So 3 times, how many are there? 6? It's $18. I'm sure you could probably just download it or something. Somewhere else. Baba Booey just got here. That's okay. They did show it at Skankfest. Oh, the second season? Okay. Well, see when it comes out. I had an intense hell let loose battle. Really? What about what? What was the battle? Yeah, well, I was just recapping like the last 30 days because I didn't have anything. Well, I was very hesitant to I didn't even think we were going to make it past 30 minutes today. So I had about 30 to 45 minutes of stuff to talk about because I thought the internet was going to cut out because it kept going out yesterday. But we're on a roll, so we're just kind of vibing. We recapped the last 30 days of wins and losses, plans for next month. That's where we're at. And tomorrow we're probably going to do we may do another edit stream because I could use some help with this really wouldn't be spoiling anything. I have to do the promos for Sam W.O. and Y2 Drew. So we might just do that tomorrow. And then if the internet is still safe by then, I believe Tuesday, the plan is we're going to do the 64-bit Legends Mania so we can figure out the winner. I should have said this on the front end. I completely forgot. I believe Tuesday is the plan. We're going to stream the 64-bit Legends Mania. We're going to figure out who the winner is. Astro Dynamo, Nunman, see who the actual champion is going to be. So with the winner of this Rumble is going to go up against that champion. So that's Tuesday, I believe, is the goal. And then after that, if internet seems to be going pretty good, then we go into number one story for 3 days to get us to the weekend. So, it's a world. Wait, what did I miss there? I had an intense hell let loose battle fighting Nazis. It's a World War II video game in Europe. Oh, okay, gotcha. Do you guys fight or something? Well, yeah, it's a wrestling match. You got to fight. Let's see. Uncle Stinker said it got canceled. Oh, $1 Million Extreme got canceled during the first season because of the controversy, so the whole season never aired. Oh, really? Okay. I know it got canceled, obviously. I know that was part of the lore, but I didn't know it didn't even air all of it. I was not aware of that. I will say, though, that is the biggest thing that has been, like, there's so many. Right now, I want to get number one story done so I can get, I can start editing those down. And then, but the internet, dude, last time we did it, it was we got lucky. It was only for 10 minutes. But that looming thing of oh, maybe all this that you planned is just not going to happen. That fucking drives me nuts. Is that a Black Phillip hat? Or was Black Phillip a goat? I don't know. It's just some hat I just had. It just says Black Sheep on it. I don't know. This is, I don't know. I don't think it's Black Phillip. I think it's just some fucking Amazon brand when I was buying hats. It was just one that I grabbed when I went out earlier. Oh, I found tons of shorts I have to compile in a link for some weird AI stuff I found. You have shorts. You have to compile. What do you mean you have shorts? You have like shorts of AI? Like AI videos? All the videos are shorts, but I have to put them in. Oh, gotcha. Well, then, yeah, just put them in the, when you get them all, just put them in the form. And you can, since that form is just for you, you can just put them in one at a time. Just, and then it'll go in there. I can just go but line by line by line. And then there's another. Oh, well. Anyway, I don't want to bitch no more. I'm trying to be positive. Let's do this for a little bit. I brought this up to go check out the TikTok algorithm because TikTok's back. TikTok's back, baby. It's back and better than ever, I guess. It was only banned for like 12 hours. Everybody's making these sad posts. They were crying about it. They were like, oh my God, it's gone. And then there's people are mad, like, only a fascist country would take away a website and this, that, and the other. And it's like, now it's back. So we can now look and see what we get.
This is going to be 45 pounds to bend it. Let's see if you got it. Easy. This is level 2. And
this guy's hands are huge. What's going on with this guy's hands? That guy's fingers like the size of my head. So he's able to bend a 45-pound thing.
There's 90 pounds of force.
90 pounds of force. Does that pretty easily?
Let's go to level 3, 140 pounds of force.
Here's the problem. I don't know what that means, though. I've never bent something with 140 pounds of force. You've seen this dude? Someone I know from school just released a short comedy video. He's an arm wrestling champ. Well, I would imagine. I mean, look at the size of his hands. They're fucking crazy. His hands are bigger than his leg.
Oh my gosh.
That was not bad.
This is level 4. 175 pounds. Most people can't even bend it. So
they can't bend it a little bit?
So let's see if you can do the whole thing.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw your hands touch.
I'm
terrified standing here because if it flicks out of his hands, it could be over for me. Now, this is level 5. 220 pounds of force to bend. I'm not getting close to bending this even just a little bit. No way.
You know what would be crazy, though, is if it slipped out of his hand and just fucking busted him in the face. I would find that pretty funny. I'd be like, well, see, that's what you can't be holding it so close to your face like that. It's a risky move. I wouldn't find it funny that he'd be in pain, though, but it would be like an ironic thing. He would die. Well, then I wouldn't find it funny. But that's a life-risking thing.
No way. Oh my gosh. Close. This is going to be 45 pounds.
Okay, so far, this is not something that usually shows up on my phone algorithm. So let's continue. Oh, wait. Hold on. We'll get this in a minute here. Oh, this is an ad.
I've been called racist a lot, and only exclusively by young white women. And they call me that a lot. I have learned, though, through the years, white guys, write this down. If somebody calls you a racist and you're not, just know that you're not and walk away. Don't defend yourself. It never sounds great. You're trying to say the right things, but you're panicking, man. Someone just called you racist, so you start firing out, and it's just... I've never had a good one. It's, oh, you're racist. I'm like, what? I high-fived a black yesterday. What? I trust a Chinaman with my clothing? Like, you're fucking racist. racist? That's a whole different thing. That's trying to get people all charged up about shit. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get people all fucking... I'm trying to make people laugh together. You know what I mean? I would be as confused as anybody if I did a racial joke and the crowd didn't laugh and instead did this. I'm like, no. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Like, he's right. No, this guy's right. We need to take back the streets. Like, no. What are you guys? Stop. Let's move.
170 pounds of metal sprung at your head full speed. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. All right, what is this that you sent me? Jeff Dabe, the biggest hands and arm wrestling.
I'm Jeff Dabe, also known as
that
Real
guy.
Life Popeye. I was born with the bigger hands, forearms, one leg,
my God.
foot. I've been through multiple tests. They can never give me a direct answer what caused it or why. I guess there's not a lot of things that make me mad about what I can or can't do. I got a flip phone which I can use. I can't use the iPhone, it's just too small. Otherwise,
wow.
I can do pretty much anything. You just learn different things.
Wait a minute. He can't use an iPhone, but he can use that tiny little flip phone? That's crazy. Always be first to call the other person racist. It puts them on the defensive in an argument. Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but that's like a... I don't know. Once you start throwing around the racist label, though, it's hard to get yourself... It's just better not to use it. That's like a nuclear bomb. Like whoever... It's mutual destruction at that point. Because now the conversation's over. And no one... By the way, if you have a legitimate... Not even like a funny, like, oh, man, that's pretty racist, blah, blah, you know, not like a joking way. Like, if they mean it, they're saying you mean it. You're never... That's like a relationship ruiner. Like, whatever that is. Business, friendship, whatever. You can't... He can't beat off with those. He can't even call them dick beaters. His forearm is wild too. Yeah, his forearm is just... Bro, his forearm is bigger than his fucking bicep, which is wild.
What you have. People are intimidated by the size of my hand because they're not quite sure what to do.
Dude, just imagine if this guy decided to go berserk and he just wanted to kill you. You know there's that scene in The Dark Knight Rises where Bane is there and it's like some guy... It was after they got, like, they raided the stock market or whatever. And the guy's all mad at him, being like, oh, you fucked up because now I can't go with my plan. And just to let him know, Bane, to let him know that he's in control, just rests his hand on his shoulder and it gets the point across that he could just kill him at any moment. Just imagine this guy just taking his hand and just slowly grabbing your face because he could just crush it. Just crush your face in his hand. Frightening. There's nothing you could do about it. Yeah, Hulk smash. You can't get a good grip on his hand for arm wrestling. No, you can't. You can hold on to his thumb. Like you can literally only hold it. He's gonna win every time.
Whether how to grasp it, so it does help. Give me a little advantage that way. Ready, go.
Like it's gonna be like that scene from The Fly. Was it The Fly where Jeff Goldblum, because he's got extra strength, he snaps the guy's arm off? Looks like there's plenty of grip. His hands wrap yours. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's got his grip. This guy finger pops everyone's girlfriend.
A lot of people say I'm a superhero or maybe a legend. I guess I don't feel that way, but if it's portrayed that way, I guess I'm honored to have that. To me, I guess I don't feel I'm a superhero, just someone that's out enjoying what they love to do.
What I love to do, dominate people with my hands. That's what I love to do. All right, what else is this? So far, the TikTok algorithm on this has been vastly different than what I typically get. What is this one?
Gosh, always rains in the UK.
Is this like OnlyFans bait?
Absolutely hammering it down here. I quickly had to run into the car because I don't have a gosh.
I don't even know what I just watched.
It was a scam. It was all a scam, and we fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
What's a scam, lady? What's a scam? I can't see what the hashtags are. It's a scam. The TikTok ban is a scam. Shut up, lady. I don't want to. That's Mike. Nope, I don't.
So it seems like
I don't listen to celebrities. Oh, this pirate software drama has been kind of intriguing, even though I don't know World of Warcraft. He could uppercut you through the ceiling like Curly in the Three Stooges. Do you think he says, put your tiny hand in mine? He better. If he's got hands like that, I'd be saying it all the time.
People just don't like pirate software.
I don't want to.
I knew you two would like each
Oh, and then you
other.
get the movie clip. Oh my God, that was fucking loud. Holy shit.
Sure.
I forgot that TikTok, there's no like regulation of sound from video to video. What is this? Can't wait to see the comments here. What is this?
The super attractive women, they just never get to experience normal interactions.
Those women will never understand, and it's not their fault.
So he's saying, so this is now getting closer to some of the stuff I get. I've never seen this guy before. So he's talking about, he's stitching a video where the person says,
literally can't.
Attractive.
The super attractive women, they just never get to experience normal interactions.
So super attractive women never get to experience normal interactions. And that's what I was talking about earlier. That's why you can't trust 9s and 8s and possibly 7s. It'll get a little tricky because they're not living in the same world. They don't have, people are not honest with them. So they don't understand honesty. They don't know what honesty is. They don't, like, if you've been out in the world and you've had people try to scam you and lie to you, like, here's a great example, okay? And I think a lot of people can relate to this. If you've ever known someone, if you've ever been around someone that has, like, and God forbid you've had to deal with this, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. If you've known someone that is that maybe at one time was a drug addict, and then all of a sudden you get burnt a couple times, and now you can start to see, like, maybe they're like, oh, yeah, here, I'll just give me some cash. I'll go to the store and buy you something. They disappear. Or, you know, they do all sorts of, oh, man, I had this thing. You think you can give me some money? Or you think you could, you know what I'm talking about. If you dealt with people like that, you know what I'm talking about. And you've been burnt by a few times. You've been fucked over by a few times on that. Then you can start to see it. And the more you've come in contact with that, you can start to see it in other people. Be like, wait a minute. This story, all of a sudden, your story isn't just telling me a story. You're trying to convince me of the story. That's how you know someone's lying to you. And when someone's trying to explain something to you, they're either trying to help you understand or they're trying to convince you. If they're trying to convince you, that's when my fucking antenna comes up, because you're working way too hard. Paint me the picture so I understand, but you don't need to convince me. And that's the problem, is that generally speaking, of course, we're talking in generalities because we have the commonality of language and understand that that's an effective use of it. But they typically, people aren't honest with them on a regular basis. And I don't think, and even if they do learn over time, they also have to learn to
that's how
lie
it
themselves.
starts.
Lotus Juggler, thank you
And
for
later
the
is running
raid. Thank you. Welcome.
Screaming.
Welcome. We are just kind of, TikTok's back. So I'm just checking if my TikTok algorithm is still accurate on PC as it is on my phone, and we're getting there. Let me use your car. Then they get arrested for smoking
You are
crack.
fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you
No, I'm for reals. Yeah. I mean, Baba Booey, you're 100% right. Yeah. We've all been there where they just, everyone tries to bang you or is pissed off at your hotness. Yeah, that's the problem with attractive people. I feel that all the time. Luckily, I've uglied myself up over the years. Yeah, hot girls can just go on dating sites or post on social media. I want to go on a boat today. Does anyone have a yacht or a large boat that will always find a boat to go on? True. Then call you cheap when you don't give them anything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me use your car. They get arrested for smoking crack at a Starbucks bathroom. Then call you cheap when you don't give them anything else. Yeah. Zarzi, how you doing, buddy? So anyway, so we came on this video, just popped up in the algorithm.
For super attractive women, they just never get to experience normal interactions.
Those women will
So this guy's stitching another video where they're saying super attractive women don't ever have, they never have like genuine, they never understand communicate. What did he say now? Fuck, I've said it 3 times and I can't.
Just never get to
They never get to experience genuine
normal interactions.
normal interactions.
Those women will never
And
understand.
then this guy wants to add in. Okay, so what does he got to say?
And it's not their fault because they literally can't understand. It is their life experience. And it's a privileged life experience, and they don't want to feel privileged. But if you are an attractive woman, and in some instances an attractive man, whatever, every interaction you have is influenced by the fact that you're attractive. They did a study where they had people that were unattractive, like
I trust this guy. This guy's going to quote a study in his car on TikTok. I trust it 100%. This is real science. This is data. What we're doing is we're collecting data here. This is important stuff, okay? When a guy starts filming himself in his car wearing a, I don't know what team that is, hat, quoting studies, I know we're going to get some real factual information here. When he speaks, I listen.
drop books leaving a store, less people helped them than when the pretty person that's objectively attractive dropped the book. I'm far enough into this video to say this
And
now.
a hoodie that says now, yeah, because that's when I'm listening, now.
But there's going to be attractive women who comment on this like, that's not true. People aren't nice to me just because I'm pretty. Oh, we didn't say that everyone's going to be nice to you. We just said everyone's going to treat you differently because of the way that you look. You could probably even argue that people that are like really ugly have the same treatment on the other side. Maybe even same with the people that are like physically handicapped or like really obese. But people don't want to feel shallow by admitting that they treat people differently based on the way that they look. Sometimes, some people, not everybody, calm down.
The super attractive women.
Well, I'm so glad the guy added to the conversation because now we walk away with some knowledge. True knowledge. I feel confident with that. That was good. That was good. All right, what else we got? Let's go through a couple more of these.
Y'all aren't angry enough for me. They didn't sell you out for cheaper gas. No.
What? Okay, so this is the type of TikTok video that I get frustrated with, where I don't have the comment. Like they're already mid-argument on something, and I don't know what this guy's talking about. So now you gotta you're like, wait a minute, who sold me out for gas? Who's trying to sell me for gas? I don't need any gas. We're doing all right. I got like half a tank right now. Who's selling me? So now I got to watch this guy. I'm going to have to get like halfway through this video before I figure out like who's trying to sell me out for gas. And apparently I'm not angry enough about it. I need to be more angry. But I don't know who I'm supposed to be angry at. Is he going to tell us? I don't know. Let's find out.
Angry enough for me. They didn't sell you out for cheaper gas.
Okay.
No, they chose to buy an incredibly fuel inefficient vehicle and live far away from civilization. It didn't.
Who are we? They didn't sell you out for cheap. What are you do? Who did this?
Sell you out for cheaper eggs.
Who?
They chose to shop at places like Whole Foods.
Who?
These people, every single time poor people want to complain about their conditions and the fact that they don't make enough money to live, these people have been telling everybody else that they just need to live within their means, all while they themselves refuse to do that.
Who's they? Who are these people you're talking about?
People sold you out because they can't live in excess.
I think maybe I can use my context clues, but this is what I mean. This is a great example where you walk away where you're like, I think I'm riled up, but I don't really know who I'm supposed to be mad at exactly. Like I'm like 3/4 of the way there, but I don't know who I'm supposed to really be mad at. God, probably. That's probably what it'll be. You know, I'm like, are we supposed to be mad at someone real? And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that guy's mad at those people. All right, well, now I know not to take anything he says seriously anymore. Yeah. All right, what else we get?
The funniest shit as a comedian to me.
They push this onto me a lot. I don't know. You know what I get a lot? This is what I'm starting to get more of. I get a lot of like, I don't know what you call it, like I get a lot of black TikTok stuff. I get a lot of black dudes talking about stuff. I get a lot of Shannon Sharp clips. I get a lot of Gary Owens. Gary Owens, that's his name? Yeah. Gary Owens. I get, like, I think TikTok thinks that I am a black man that may border on a drinking problem that is having relationship issues. Like that's what I feel my algorithm is. So far, we're 2 in on what the typical algorithm gives me. That white lady from earlier and that guy with the big hands, that's not typical for me. This is now getting to be more typical. I'm on the black talk, yeah. Let's see. Oh, God. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a denture? Oh, that's wild.
And that's what it looks like. Now we're
Look how much teeth make a difference. Don't lose your teeth. Because she looked attractive till she, like, well, from what I could tell. But look at, your face sinks
and
in.
that's what it looks like.
What does she look like?
Now we're just going to trim off this little spot right here so I can go out in public without looking like a goofball.
Oh,
We
it's
just
the
trimmed bottom in
denture
another video.
glue.
We're just going to lift this up.
I don't care about that, but what does she look like when she puts the teeth in?
Perfect section. No.
Keep your teeth. Makes a big difference. I get capybara stuff all the time. What the fuck is capybara? What is that?
Glue.
All right, what else we
I
get?
always joke about how, like, I leave a snail trail everywhere I go.
Whoa! Whoa! What? 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 Is this for real? Is this a?
I always joke about how, like, I leave a snail trail everywhere I go. If I'm in gym clothes especially, it seeps through so bad.
Why are you snail trailing? Is that normal? Like, I know if you're, like, turned on, you can be, you know. Oh, that's a capybara?
It's on every seat that I sit on, whatever. Even in high school, this was like a thing. But I knew it was really bad when today at Pilates, we were sitting on the reformer and we were doing like little swimming things, and I touched down, and when I stood back up into a like more standing position, my instructor like jokingly was like, I got you guys sweating on that reformer, especially you, meaning me. I wasn't sweating. That was just trailing, just sliming that machine up. And I was like, yeah. So I sat down and like did the
Why is she leak? Why is her pussy leaking so bad? Is that normal? I've never encountered like I know like that it can leak. Like I know, I've seen it. I've made it happen. But is it normal just an everyday? Is there any ladies that can help me out with this one? Because I don't. Is that average where you're just kind of like exercising on a machine and all of a sudden your pussy's leaking, or does she have like a problem?
forward thing. But like also she shouldn't have called me out because it's like fucking shady. Like I feel like she knew that like obviously it wasn't sweat, but like whatever. But even at the gym and stuff, like I have to literally like carry a towel and like wipe that shit off, and it's not even embarrassing. It's just like, why?
I gotta look at this is how you commenting to stay on Snail Talk. There's a driver having to listen to this. Yeah, I just realized this because I was thinking, I was like, are you driving right now? Like, who is sitting next to you while you... That's the other... Yeah, who is sitting next to you while you talk about your pussy juice leaking out at the gym? It's self-cleaning? Well, how dirty is it? Why does it need to self-clean that excessively? That's crazy. I think all the ladies have been scared away. Yeah, this has been a very polarizing stream. I started off talking about Kid Rock's performance today, and then we got into dating opinion. We were just very... Sometimes that happens. We get polarizing. Yeah, someone has to sit here and listen to this. I miss when I thought that snail trail meant she just sweated a lot. I miss the person I was a minute ago. I will now be even more OCD about cleaning my reformer before use. Sliming that machine up is crazy. Moving around a lot can make secretions too. Snail trail in the gym is normal, I'd say. Really? Oh. Yeah, it's a juice box. I have to wear a panty liner? Well, then wear a fucking panty liner. Quit going fucking raw dogging at the gym. Nobody wants us to be sitting in your pussy juice. Soak that shit up. If I was sitting around and my nuts were leaking on a regular basis, I'd be wearing a diaper half the time. You don't just be dragging that shit all over the place.
Oh, like I
The fuck is wrong with you? Ladies, what are you doing? What are you doing? Soak it up. Oh no, I'll put a pad on if I'm bleeding, but if I'm just leaking out regular pussy juice, I'm gonna slop that shit all over the place. No! Soak it all up. Nobody wants your vaginal secretions, blood or not. Soak it up. Nobody wants that shit. What did I walk into? Well, you came across a TikTok where this girl's talking about she leaves snail trails everywhere she goes. It's out of control. She just leaves it at the gym thinking it's like, it's no big deal. Not even embarrassed by it. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is wild. No, we don't want to want or have time for push juice. Keep it away late. Yeah, keep it dry till I show up. Then you can let it go. You just put a cork in it till I show up, and then you can let it out.
People think that like muscles like mean something. Muscles don't mean nothing. Like,
but in boxing, no, I know that's.
But
not
even in a street fight.
I usually skip
Why did we rescue these bacon pieces? When
Sponsored.
Less than a month ago or 2 months ago, whenever it was, 2 months ago, Hulk Hogan in character, in complete character, went out there.
She probably has an OnlyFans. I wouldn't doubt. I didn't even look at the profile. Normally, if I get baited that hard, I will go look at the profile. Be like, OnlyFans. Got it.
Campaigned.
Or needs attention to be talking about this unprompted. Yeah, with someone else driving. She's a passenger in the vehicle saying this. It's crazy. Devin Haney's overrated. Was that the guy talking about fighting or whatever? I don't know any of that shit.
Republican who happened to be Donald Trump. And you know our country's split 50-50, whatever it is, 51-49, blah, blah. Not in Los Angeles, it's not. No. Politics is part of culture, and their culture has become their religion. And I think because Hulk, and I'm saying it wasn't heat from some of the other mistakes he's made in his life.
I do get some Eric Bischoff videos from time to time. I do watch them. I like to hear. I don't like to hear from the wrestlers. I get Eric Bischoff and I get what's his name? Kevin Nash. But it's interesting because they're usually not talking about wrestling. This one he's talking about Hulk Hogan. Last time I got a Kevin Nash clip on TikTok, it was him talking about the Russia-Ukraine war. And I was like, I'm so glad I landed on Kevin Nash outlining the issues with the Russia-Ukraine conflict. But it is interesting. All right, so wait a minute. I wasn't really paying attention. Let me start this over. I'm sorry. If you were paying attention, I wasn't. So yeah, because I remember I heard Hulk Hogan. I didn't watch it. I think it was when they were on Netflix. Now that Raw's on Netflix, he came out. People booed him. I didn't see this. I just heard about this. So I'm assuming this is his take on it. So I'm curious to see.
Month ago or 2 months ago, whenever it was, 2 months ago, Hulk Hogan in character, in complete character, went out there and campaigned for a Republican who happened to be Donald Trump. And you know our country's split 50-50, whatever it is, 51-49, blah, blah. Not in Los Angeles, it's not. No. Politics is part of culture, and their culture has become their religion. And I think because...
That is true. That is true. We've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. That has become the new religion. And people don't want to have to think on their own. They just want to check their religious texts. Unfortunately, there's no longer the Bible or the Quran or the Torah. We have to look at what is the writings of, insert pundit here have to say.
Hulk, and I'm saying there wasn't heat from some of the other mistakes he's made in his life. Not just the one that everybody talks about, but he's made others. I don't know anybody who hasn't. But I think
the music is too... I don't know who edits these fucking things, though. We don't need the fucking ominous music. Just give me the clip. Like, what? The amount of work that this person went into with the fucking... I don't know who makes these clips. With the Hogan and this and the black and white, all grainy, and the fucking dramatic music. Just give me the clip of the thing that he said, and I would watch it. You don't have to give me all this. This is too much. There was some crazy ass shit in the co-main and the fight before it. Did anyone watch the UFC fights? Oh, from the UFC fights you're talking about. No, I did not watch that.
Got was a lot more because he was front and center with Trump. And the response people are going to say is, yeah, but what about Undertaker? First of all, Undertaker didn't come out and cut a promo.
It's true.
Undertaker rode in on a motorcycle, did a lap, and waved goodbye.
True.
It's a different scenario. Yes.
And also, Undertaker didn't go up at the fucking the Republican thing and do like a tombstone. Or I don't know what Undertaker does. Whatever he does, he didn't go up there with, and tombstone a politician and say that's what we're gonna do to Biden or whatever the fuck.
Taker interviewed Donald Trump. Taker makes no bones about the fact that he's a conservative. But Undertaker wasn't out there in his full gimmick campaigning for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump in this case.
Yeah, I just realized. I didn't realize Hogan had a Trump Vance thing.
People want to go right to the controversy. I think that's part of it. I don't think it's all of it.
All right, I got enough out of that. What is this about? I don't know if I want to get involved or not. Look how schizophrenic this is. This is a schizophrenic experience. We go from this
less than a month ago
to this. Clicker. It's got to be a. Does she just scream on a regular basis? So she just. Okay, so she's probably got an OnlyFans. Let's hold on a sec before I click the link. Let's go to here, and she's got YouTube, Instagram, a store, a TikTok. If you go to the Instagram, there is a second link to, I believe. No, that's just a link to a self-cleaning litter box. Okay. All right, so it's not an OnlyFans girl. I was going to say, that's one hell of a way to get your attention. What's this one?
Is it real?
I don't know what happened. But all right, well, we'll just keep, we'll see if she pops back up again.
Here's a
Oh, so I get this guy sometimes. This guy tells me, now this is a political guy, and I was getting him a bunch because he would go and he was a big, he was one of the people when we were inundated with politics, he would give me all the Kamala info because he's a Democrat type. So he would give me but then I have other people that would give me the Trump info during the election. It kind of died down over the last few months, but I'm surprised this guy's popped back up. We're not going to watch this whole thing. I'm just curious what he's...
thought that's probably going to make a few of you mad. I'm doing this now that this app is probably going away.
Oh, all right, never mind. This is a goodbye thing.
Hanging out with women.
That's why some of these old faces are coming back up. She looks like a villain from Warhammer 40K. Election results, maybe? Yeah. Well, I think that his thing, who's going to talk about the band? Shane Gillis. I've seen these clips. I get tons of these. This is a ad.
Hey, we're banning TikTok. No, you're not. I'm not going to let you. What are you going to do?
See, I get a lot of these. I get a lot of these types of politic things where they want to like break it down in like a skit. And I usually... Now this is the good stuff. Let's see how this goes. All right, that's the good stuff right there. That's what we really want. That's what we really want. Let's do more of that. And you know what's crazy is because it's spinning so fast, but this camera's only picking up either 30 or 60 frames a second, so it looks like it's moving slow, but that's how many times it's rotating before it shows back up. Imagine if you put your penis in that. That would hurt. Or your finger if you're a lady. Oh, yeah, you read my mind. Stick your dick in there, yeah. All right, what else we got?
Benadryl's fucking my brain, missionary.
Hey, how's it going?
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm the
I hate this. I don't do the makeup and voiceover shit. Get this out of here.
One thing that I stand by is that the relationship will only work if the guy likes the girl more than the girl likes the guy. And let me break it down for you.
It only works if the... Wait, how did she say? The relationship only works if the guy likes the girl more than the girl likes the guy? Nah, I don't know about that. I don't think so. I think that's the only way it's going to... I think maybe it's just the only way it's going to work for you, but I don't think that's generally how it'll typically work because guys, in my opinion, in my experience, we can put up with a lot. So if you like me more than I like you, I will probably stick it out with you because even though you may like me more than I like you, I like you more than me having to go back out and find another one of you. You know what I mean? Like that's... So more than likely, it's actually the opposite because guys typically are like, well, I got this here for now. So this... I'd rather take this than nothing. You know? I hate to... If I'm surprising you by this is real. You can ask... Any honest guy will tell you this. So I think she's wrong, but so let's see how she's clearly she's a Chinese spy. Well, maybe this is a Chinese psyop thing to kind of disrupt gender relations.
For a guy, it's important to him how he feels in the relationship. So obviously he needs to be in love with the girls because that's how he should feel. But for a girl, how the guy
This is girl nonsense. This goes back to that other video we seen where attractive people they live in a bubble. They don't really know like what because they don't have any genuine interactions. This is a great symptom of that.
The girl feel matters for her. So when a guy is in love with her, he would literally...
I don't have enough.
Everything that people are saying
I don't care enough to fucking sit through all the rest of that nonsense. If you think they are preying on you, settling for you is a turnoff. Yeah, but if you like the person more, it's not a thing of just settling. It's a thing of like, if you like, because there's got to be a level of like, right? And then one likes more than the other. So if the girl likes the guy more, then she's going to be more like, it actually works out better because the guy is going to be, like I said, is going to go and put in less. I'm confusing myself now. If he puts in, he's going to like the idea of her being there instead of having to go elsewhere. There's always a point of settling. there's always a bit of settling. Not everybody's a 10. They don't exist. I've said this before, and I hate using those examples because I'm a feminist after all. And I want the best. You got to find a balance. I think that's a good balance, though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you do find a balance. It's what I just described. Okay, what is this? Everything that people are saying about white women is true. Okay, what are they saying about white women? I love it when women hate on women. I love it. I love when women hate on women. But dudes who chicks lust for is going to still be looking. It could. But what's to say that doesn't happen on the reverse, though? So if the girl doesn't like the guy as much as the guy likes the girl, but she all of a sudden is a saint and she's not going to be looking? And on top of that, if she's not as interested in the guy as the guy is into her, she's also going to be inundated with a bunch of other dick that's trying to get in there. So there's that whole dichotomy. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say that it's better, because usually if the girl is more into the guy is more willing to be like, yeah, you know what? This is comfortable. You probably like me more than I like you, but I think this is more comfortable because there's going to be generally less women after the guy. It's just a numbers thing. It's just what it is. All right, let's listen to this white woman complain about white women.
White women is true. It's 100% true. And I'm going to tell you, as a millennial white woman who...
Oh, yeah, I love it when I get woman-splained about women. I love this. Tell me more. But guys who look like me and you, Melvin, don't have a lot of options. I don't like that backhanded statement that you just threw at me. I think I'm able to... I can do okay. Guys in general have less options. You want to know why? Because women don't pursue. They're the worst at going after anything that they ever want in life. They truly are. They don't have it. It's not in their nature to go after things. Generally speaking, I know there's the girl bosses out there and they're insufferable to everybody. But the ones that do pursue are trouble. True. Very true.
has completely walked away from everything that she has known in her white supremacy based fucking piss ass families.
Wait, what? How did we get to white supremacy? Wait a minute. Where did we go?
White women is true.
See, this is why I think that the algorithm thinks I'm like a black man, because this seems like I'm not the target audience for this. I think that because I'm like, I don't know why are we talking about, how is this pertinent to me?
It's 100% true. And I'm going to tell you, as a millennial white woman who has completely walked away from everything that she has known in her white supremacy based fucking piss ass families, it's true. It's true. White women are the fucking problem.
Well, they are. Let's be honest. They are.
They embolden the problem.
Mm-hmm.
They marry the problem. They birth the problem. They're lazy as fuck, and they play victim about the goddamn problems that they're participating in. I don't know one happy white woman in one of my families. I only know white women that are either alone because men fucked them over and ruined their goddamn...
This lady's very angry, and I don't know who she's really angry at. I'm not... This is like white. What's the description? Because I don't know if I want to watch this whole fucking 10-minute thing. YT women are just a lost cause, and I'm dub-stepping the furthest I possibly can. She's giving up on white women. Is she not aware she's a white woman? She's not. I don't know if she's aware she is a white woman. I don't know. I don't know. This is what I mean, though. Like, I feel like she's supposed to be me, the viewer, I feel like she's trying to pander to me. But I'm like, this doesn't work because I'm a white man. But if I was a black man, maybe this would, be more of a pandering thing. Now, I'm not saying if I was a black man, I would enjoy this. I'd still feel I was being pandered to. But that's what I mean. I think my algorithm is just off. Why do these people call white people YT? I don't know. I've seen that before. I don't know. There's some lore I'm missing. I don't know what that's about.
Livelihoods and drove them insane, or
and she sounds like she's on the verge of tears too. So it's like, what happened before she filmed this? Like, what white woman did her wrong before she filmed this to where she's like, I need to get this off my chest right now?
Because they wanted their fucking retirements, and they decided, hey, I might as well let this fucking pissant live next to me. White women and families that have watched their fucking husbands treat them like shit, beat on them, cheat on them, everything, but they still staying with them.
Wait, what? These fucking white women. They're letting themselves get beat up by dudes. I didn't know there was a racial issue. I didn't know that was... I was like, oh, well. If I just stop letting myself get beat up, I guess that just solves the problem. She is 1/600th Cherokee, a princess. Yeah.
Laid down like a doormat. They'll be sitting at all these family picnics talking shit about these men, talking about how much they fucking hate them, how they're losers, how they get shit stains in their pants, but they stayed married to them and they still fucking voted to embolden them. White women will sell out their daughters, sell out their
I don't think that's a white thing though, because I've seen there's girls of all races I've come across that will date losers, and they complain about how much the people they're dating are losers, but then they still stay with it. Like, I don't think this is like a racial thing. I think this is kind of like more of a gender thing, I think. You can't reason with these people. No, I guess you're right. Yeah, there's no reasoning. All right, let's go forward. Steve Aoki, okay.
Steven, stop it! You are gaslighting! Steven, you are gaslighting!
I don't think Steven or Steve Aoki's gaslighting me. Oh, I'm gaslighting.
I missed you though. Missed you so.
We are. Nope.
He told me he needed it to do home.
Nope.
Well.
Oh, this guy
solution,
again.
You have to let men be men again. You have to let men lead.
The cure for narcissism is fatherhood. Well, I guess I'm going to stay a narcissist because I don't have any kids. I don't have to cancel out my dad's vote because he looks like this. Oh, this is an old one. They're sending me some stuff from like the 4th of November. I don't have to. Okay, so what is this about? This is a throwback. I don't have to cancel out my dad's vote because he looks like this. Okay, I'm trying to even understand what that statement means. I don't have to cancel out my dad's vote because he looks like this. So depending on how he looks depends on whether she has to vote or not? The honkies are the problem, or else she might lose a follower. Oh, you mean that other woman? Yeah, maybe. I think she just wanted to take a selfie, but she was like, but I think that's too vain if I just take a video of myself because I feel like I look good. So let me just try to have a statement on here. And so she like half thinks of a statement, and I have a feeling whatever the reveal is not going to, I'm probably going to be kind of confused or underwhelmed. Ladies, you got to stop. If you just want to take a selfie, just do it. Just you be like, I think I look good. I want to film it. Just do it. Don't come up with a bad excuse like this because I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to be really dumb. Okay, what's he look like? I don't have to, please don't make this cringe. Oh, I get it. Okay, she doesn't have a father. She doesn't have a father. Her dog is her dad. Yeah. All right. I will say I was expecting like on the Richter scale of entertainment, I was expecting a 2. I think that was an even 3.8. So that was a little bit better than I thought. Well, I wasn't going to go there, but
my mother raised me as the kindest and the sweetest person you'll ever met. But if you
okay, this is the good shit. Now we're on the good shit. You got through all the junk. Now we got the good shit.
Raised me as the kindest and the sweetest person you'll ever met. But if you mess with me, then I will show you why I have my father's last name. My mother raised.
This is the shit. Now we're getting to the real meat of it. The more oppressed you are, the better you are. Oh, from that last video? Yeah. Not the banana one, but the previous one? Maybe that's what it was. It was more of a flex. Like, look how good I look. Plus, I don't have a father. You feel bad for me, maybe. All right, what is this? This is like a arts and craft thing? Oh, he's making a hammer. Okay.
Yo, man, $50.
That's TV shows. That's an ad.
Today, here's exactly what I would do next. From somebody who has worked in hiring for over a decade and somebody who...
Okay, I get these a lot too. I get a lot of HR stuff. So this is guy's advice. This is interesting. If this guy got laid off today, this is what he would do. Now, I get a lot of this stuff. I get a lot of like HR or management stuff. But it's always from a corporate perspective. And here's the thing. There's a big world out there outside of corporate jobs. And you can actually make more money not working for a corporate job. Now, the money is going to be more on the W-2 than it is in your 401k, unless you contribute to it or some of the other entitlements. But you can make more money faster. I've made more money not in a corporate job than I did in a corporate job. Now, were the benefits the same? Was the vested 401k the same? No. So there is that, but that's how they get you to stay. That's how they get you. That's how they hook you. I hate to say, but white women are the biggest fans of the oppression Olympics. Well, we've been getting a lot of people complaining about white women, so why stop now? All right, let's see what kind of advice you would give if you got laid off today. Let's find out, because I've been in that position where I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Like, I always have it in the back of my head of like, okay, if my income stops, what are my next steps? Like, I got those.
Here's exactly what I would do next. From somebody who has worked in hiring for over a decade and somebody who lost 2 jobs last year. First, you hear this all the time, but it is important. Apply for unemployment immediately, right now. Come back to the rest of this video later, but go apply for unemployment now.
Mm-hmm.
In some states, it takes a really long time to process. Next, I always recommend some type of pause for introspection for yourself.
Yeah, take about a week. I've done that. Yeah, first thing you want to do, unless you have some sort of severance. So if you got like when I left, when I left Quicken Loans, I was paid out. Now, granted, it wasn't like a firing. Like we came to a exit, and I was receiving checks for months. It wasn't the full amount, but it was like a severance. It was like I think it was 3 months. I think it was about 3 months. Something like that. So I couldn't, because that's still income that's coming in, and it was a recurring monthly thing, I couldn't file for unemployment until that last check came in. And so then at that point, which was kind of nice though. I will say it was a nice thing because it allowed me to pursue some other options, like to be like, because I lived well under my means. And I was able to be like, you know what? I'm going to try a bunch of shit. Like I did some freelance stuff. I did video work. I did some graphic design work. I did. I worked on some project for Psychopathic. I worked on it was nice to just kind of like, hey, you know what? We're gonna try some different shit and see what sticks. And helped out some family situations. Income that's coming in. Well, you say that like it's a bad thing. Well, there's also income that isn't going to be coming into my my checking account that goes into more long-term accounts that you don't touch, right? So there's that. That's what I meant by that. So I remember it allowed me to do that, and then after like 90 days, I went to Europe. It was a nice little reprieve for a couple weeks. And after 90 days, I was like, all right, now we got to like, what worked, what didn't, what do we want to do, collect unemployment. And then within like, I don't know, I think I filed for unemployment like September, and I was off of it by, November, December? Something like that. It was only a couple months. So that was nice. But if you don't have that scenario, you got to apply right away. You want to you got to do it right away.
For many of you, you feel like you can't take this time off. I understand, but I would try to take some. Next, of course, assuming you have not done it, is update your resume. I say do this before the next steps.
Yeah, yeah. That was my other thing. So, yeah, you do want to. The reflection piece is good. I remember I took the first 2 weeks because I wasn't even sure. I didn't trust though, because at that time in my life, like I didn't trust that I was gonna be getting any more money that first month. Like I was like, I don't know, because long story, but I just didn't trust it was gonna happen. And I remember the first 2 weeks, I didn't do jack shit. Like I kind of like had some angry phone calls and vented to people about some things of how it kind of worked out. And things didn't go my way. And then I played a lot of Fallout 4. I think I spent a week where I would sit at the computer at this very desk, and I would start playing Fallout 4 at I'd get up at 4 in the afternoon. I'd go take a shower. I would get something to eat. And I would sit at the computer, and I'd start playing Fallout, and I'd play Fallout 4 until 6 in the morning, till the sun came up, sometimes 7 in the morning. I did that for 2 weeks, and then I was like, all right, we're done now. I got to move on. I got to do other things. This is getting crazy. But you got to kind of get your shit together. 2 weeks was a little long. I think maybe a week is good.
You do want the resume ready to go, but don't just slap something together quick. You're going to be sending it to a lot of people very shortly, and you want it to be good. Next, I would optimize my LinkedIn profile.
Here's a way to do a good resume, by the way. Some people say, with ChatGPT, I have ChatGPT do my resume. Don't do that. It looks too fake. What you want to do is you go through ChatGPT and you go section by section of your resume. Don't have them do the whole thing. You go section by section of it. Then you take that, and then you run it through another program like Grammarly or Hemingway. Hemingway is a good one that'll humanize it. It won't look all fucking, because I've seen resumes where it's clearly ChatGPT, and because it's you're over describing something and it comes off unhuman. And you want to make it human, so do that. I would suggest you go and do that. This guy's got some decent. He said 3 things, and but I would do that.
Headline based on a lot of
fuck LinkedIn, by the way. Fuck LinkedIn. LinkedIn is never. You don't need LinkedIn. Stop. People, it's a scam. It's a corporate scam. It's a corporate bullshit. Unless you work in HR and recruiting. If you're a recruiter, definitely get yourself a LinkedIn, pay for the premium thing, whatever. If you work in sales, like business to business sales, absolutely have a LinkedIn. But if you're just looking to do some work, like mid-level work, you don't need a LinkedIn. You don't need it. Stop. I hate the cult of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is such a... I don't have a LinkedIn. There's no need to have it. It doesn't... Unless you're doing those 3 things I mentioned, you don't need it. Everyone's like, no, but you can find a job. Yeah, you could, if you're doing that or you're at a high level. If you're a C-suite person, if you're an executive level, then yes. You get a LinkedIn. It's good because now it's a little social media group of executive level people and you want to be in contact with those. But let me tell you something, by the way. You want good job security? You want to work at a company? This is why you don't necessarily need to be at a corporate level. It's always good to get a little corporate experience, but get yourself to like a VP title. Get yourself to that. People, once they see a vice president title, you got to hold on to it for at least a year. I have seen people dumb as a box of rocks, but they've been in a previous VP position before, and they will get hired, and they will get an exorbitant salary, and then give it about a year to 2 years, sometimes longer because of a sunk cost fallacy. Then they are kind of nudged out, never usually fired unless they really fuck up. And then they move on to the next thing. You think you smoke too much weed? This is probably not the best conversation to have when you're fucking stoned off your ass.
Tips that are out there. That is because the next step is your LinkedIn post. Do not waste this LinkedIn post. It will probably get more views on your profile than you're used to having. I've linked to the video of exactly sort of how I say to do it, so you can use that as a guideline. But understand that people will see this and look at your profile, and you want it to be ready to go and appealing. I would do all of this before contacting anyone or applying to any jobs.
I would say he's right, except for the LinkedIn. Unless you're like in one of those positions I mentioned, you don't need it. You don't need LinkedIn. Stay away from LinkedIn. It's a scam.
I can't do that. Now, the next way that we save a lot of money while we eat...
Wait. What did they say? Eating out for less than $150? Oh, for a vacation. No thanks.
If you only give charity to people who deserve it, then it is not charity. It is a transaction. Not only do I agree with this 4chan screenshot that was posted to Twitter and then shared on Reddit, but I actually...
If you only give charity to people who deserve it, then that's not charity. Charity to those who deserve it. Well, yeah, but how do you... So, this is, by the way, I will do this. When I'm on TikTok, a lot of my time is not spent watching flipping videos. It's getting something like this, pausing it, and reflecting on it for a minute. And I'm like, well, let me understand this. You think I'm just doing this because I'm doing this? I would be doing this I'd be doing this to the cat. I'd be sitting there looking at the cat. I'd be like, Dunkachino, listen, let's work this out. If you only give charity to people who deserve it, then that's not charity. It's a transaction. Now, if you parse that out, if you're giving charity to people, but there are people that deserve your charity, such as maybe the homeless or the infirm, or, maybe there's some sort of humanitarian effort. But sometimes there's people that don't deserve your charity. Like a drug addict that's already robbed you twice. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you don't. So there are some people that don't deserve it. So I think it's more so there's people that don't deserve your charity more than there's people that deserve it. Because they don't necessarily deserve it, they need it. But what the drug addict that's already robbed you a handful of times needs is not your charity. They need to be closed off so they hit rock bottom. I think that's the way. All right, I don't even need to see what this guy has to say anymore. We already worked this out. We worked it out. Thank you. Thank you for those 4 seconds.
I actually don't feel too bad. I think I'll watch a few TikToks. That'll help me wake up. Man, we really need to bring some of those 2019 trends back. What was that one?
Nothing.
Vivek Ramaswamy was the only
the only candidate
Oh,
I
this is
invited
the
on
dirty jobs guy. I was like, who is this guy? I don't care what he's got to say.
Listen.
Who is
Biden-
this guy? Man, they are pushing this guy on me. I've never seen this guy. Backpedaling Biden. No thanks.
One of the funniest parts
No
about
thanks.
Not only can you take a load.
Wait, Wait, what? My bottom surgeon during the consultation.
Not only can you take a load, you can take the ultimate load, and even better than that, that you find your true calling and destiny in your willingness to take the ultimate load.
All right, that was a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I like to join neighborhood groups on Facebook where I don't actually live. I was in this group in Pennsylvania and said just spoke with some county officials about getting lines painted over the snow so people can at least see what lane.
Oh, this is the guy that does the fake. No, no thanks. I've done this.
All right. Oh, it's not pickled, but it's ready to eat salmon. Barbecue smoked salmon. Interesting. Not a fan of the skin, so let's give it a try.
This guy's cool. You seen this guy?
Oh, wow.
He just eats a fillet? Oh, you can just tell.
It's good stuff. Might have to go back for seconds.
What was that? Who eats like that? Why did he do that? Why did he take that bite like that? It's like someone's going to steal the piece away from him. He's like, no, let's take a little sneaky bite. Let's do a little sneaky bite.
Go back for seconds.
Look.
Gotta be careful with those bones. Not good. But this is fire.
It's a nice slit post. This kind of has some slit energy to it, yeah. If he was feeding animals on his backyard, that would be it, 100%. Wait, does that say Flint? Oh, bless Flint. Oh, this guy must be local.
Why in the world do you think I'd ever go out with Midtown?
I don't care.
This is a visa-free zone. Anyone from anywhere in the world is allowed to live here, work here. As long as they have work and sustain themselves, they're anyone, no matter the nationality, can live here.
I don't know what
I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary
What does
honor.
Trump's win mean for the LGBTQ+? I don't know.
In true American fashion, if TikTok is actually bad, shouldn't it be a part of the American citizen's life for like 50 years before the government does something about it? In true American fashion, if TikTok is actually bad...
Oh, fair point. All right, it took me a minute.
You're a witch.
Man, they are shoving... Who is it? I've never seen this guy before, but man, I've got 5 of these from this guy. I keep skipping them. I don't want it.
Interested in the current state of the job market. Let me explain to you a little social interaction I had.
Thanks. Holy aura loss when I start speaking. I don't know what happened.
Time to grab your dumbbells. This is a 5-minute workout that's going to get your entire body feeling right. We do this every day. Welcome and join us. Hit that follow button.
No thanks.
I just decided to go off my birth control for the first time
Sweet.
in 9 years. Been on it
What?
since I was 15.
9
Story
years?
actually made
Since
a
you were
post-
15? Naruto Shogar's posting a lot of videos, yeah. 15 on birth control. Really? I didn't know that they... That's
Presentation to my dad.
interesting. That's interesting.
I just decided to go off my birth control for the first time in 9 years. Been on it since I was 15. Funny story, I actually made a presentation to my dad to get this nose piercing, and he was like, all right, as long as you get on birth control. So whatever, that's how that happened. And now I'm going off because it's a carcinogen, and it affects the people I'm attracted to. So it should only take my body like a year to adjust, but if you see me acting crazy, you know why.
What is it? I've heard that. What is the thing? Can anyone explain this one to me? I've heard this thing where if women take birth control, it affects who they're attracted to, but in what way? I've heard this said in passing, but I've never really understood what is the. How do I even ask the question? How does birth control affect EFF or AF? Affect attraction. Hormonal birth control can affect attraction by changing a woman's preference for partners and her sexual responsiveness. This can lead to relationship problems, especially if a woman stops taking the pill while in a relationship. Oh, I see. Okay, so it makes you attracted to a certain type of person while you're on it, but then you're not attracted to them when you're off of it. So now you just did like a bait and switch on your whole body. Because it mimics pregnancy. Interesting. So you could almost, as a guy, you could almost, if you're unlucky with women and they're known to be taking their birth control on a regular basis when you date them, you could almost blame the birth control because they had to take drugs to be attracted to you. That's like beer goggles, but it would last as long as you keep taking the pill. That's wild. Ladies, why are you doing that? Why are you doing all that? That's crazy. They love cum goblins, but then they get off and hate cum goblins. Well, I guess the question I'd have to ask, and it probably would depend from woman to woman, is there a certain archetype of men that women on birth control prefer versus a type when they're not on it? And I don't know if that would be if there's a general trend or if it would depend from woman to woman. That's a deep question for 3 a.m. That's a very deep question. Ask Google. Yeah, we could do that. How would I say that? What is the trend of? What is the how would I say that? What is the trend? The attraction. How would I phrase that efficiently? What types of men are women on birth control attracted to? We'll just do that and then we'll figure out what the inverse is. So I could know, do I attract birth control ladies or non-birth control? From what I understand, most women I've been with are not on birth control. At least so they tell me. Some studies suggest that women on hormonal birth control may prefer men with less masculine features, such as rounder faces and narrower jawbones. However, other studies have found that women's preferences for men's faces are stable and don't change based on so they don't know. So it's like some studies said this, but then others say don't. So then I don't know. So why you didn't say anything to me? Beta cucks, yeah. Round face, beta cucks. And I feel I have a round face, but most of the time they're not on birth control. At least so they tell me. Maybe they are. And they're just lying to me. I don't know. Where am I? I don't know. Is sexy in the eye of the pill taker. Most of us are probably aware that birth control can affect sexual side effects. Before I knew I was in the deep end of the research, I just want to remind you that birth control pills made of artificial sex hormones, blah, 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 blah. Researchers brought heterosexual women into a research lab and allowed them to use a special computer program to manipulate the appearance of photographs. Okay, well that's reliable. Okay, well, this sounds very like a janky study. I don't trust it. I'm not trusting that. You don't know? I don't know. Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Hi, everyone. I'm gonna show you how I do my fake freckles. I'm gonna do them in the mirror, actually.
No thanks. Have you seen this? Cold water, ice. You're gonna heat up. It's cold water, ice. You're gonna heat up a wine glass with a flame. I'm assuming it's going to explode or crack. Salt. More ice. The water will get sucked up in the glass, or the glass will crack. Let's find out. This is the good stuff. Food coloring. Okay. Can you just get to the thing? Yeah, cool. You're using different colors. Just get to the thing when you do the thing. Come on, stop. Stop dragging this out. Just do the thing. That's an interesting way to pick it up. All right, let's see what happens. So it melted it? That's it? It just kind of cracked and melted? What a waste.
Do you even have a college degree?
How are you Mexican with no family? This is going to be good. Wait.
Do you even have a college degree? Are you licensed on anything?
I have my barber's license.
What?
I have my barber's license.
That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
Yo, so you just became a barber because how long have you been a barber for?
Only 3 years.
Only 3? Okay, how old are you again?
I'm 24.
Okay, so that's your only job you ever worked, right?
No, that's not my only job.
I can't take this serious. Is this a real argument? He's got a fucking mustache on. What is going on here?
First job was landscaping.
Landscaping with who?
A company? A landscaping company.
At what age did you start working?
14 or 15.
15, okay. And who put you there?
My cousins.
Yeah, you've always been supported by other people.
Yes, bro, I don't understand. Are you Mexican?
I'm Mexican.
I don't understand how you're Mexican with no family.
My family got deported when I was very young.
My family got deported.
I know someone that owns a barber shop and they seem to make pretty decent money. Yeah, you can make decent money on it if you got a lot of foot traffic coming in. Yeah, you got to own the shop too, because then you have the booth rent for everybody else. They got to pay to be there, and you make money off of that.
I'm very fortunate. The man that I am married to, Senator Vincent.
God, the fucking audio differences from video. So this is like full. This is like full volume.
Hughes, 7th Senatorial.
The last one I had to bring it down like 3/4 down on the fader. This is.
I look like a girl. This is if you had a daughter. I would look like this. Oh my god.
Wait, what? Is this a dude? Oh my god, what's going on here? Wait, what is happening? What did I walk in on?
But sometimes I'm the son. I look like a girl.
I thought this was a girl.
This is if you had a daughter. I would look like this.
The voice sounds very feminine. Do you go to Al's? I don't know. I don't remember the name.
I think people want.
That was wild.
This one's mom's water.
Oh, this girl. So apparently all the white women on this app hate this woman. She's like a terrible mother. And she because apparently she has this attitude like she hates her children. And so I think her account has been she closed her account off, but they keep resharing her videos and just shitting on her. Face and hands, giving it away. What on that other? I don't know. I just heard the voice and then I was like,
For 3 hours, so I could have this.
Because so
I don't know what's going on. I can't ever find the original thing though.
Andrew Schultz. All right. I've never understood it. I don't get it.
Never understood how he got a voice on hip hop. He's not a DJ, not an expert on the culture, not anyone who's ever put anyone on.
Andrew Schultz sucks. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't like Andrew Schultz. He got his start because he worked with Charlemagne, and he's a comedian. And then now he's got his own show, and he's very irritating. His haircut is awful. I don't know why he's got that fucking stupid haircut. He doesn't get rid of it. I don't know how no one around him has said, "Bro, your haircut looks retarded." Look at this guy. Look at him. Not that guy. Wrong Andrew Schultz. Who's the other one? Schultz? This guy. Okay, this is more normal. When he does this other shit, where's it at? Oh yeah, there's this Andrew Schultz. This shit. What the fuck is this? You know what's so crazy though? Oh my God. I know someone that looked like this. He was a bit uglier, but holy shit. I've never seen this picture of him before. I've seen other ones with his stupid haircut. This one here. Let's go with this one. But that one reminded me of someone from back in the day. Oh my God, that was crazy. But yeah, this. What are we doing? Get this. What's going on here, dude? Yeah, it's like a Hitler Youth haircut. What is going? And he's just as hard, no fade, no nothing, just like a hard, for no reason. Don't bully. No. This is a guy that's. I'm surprised is still alive. I think he's alive. No. Well, he is, but I think he lost an arm. I think they amputated an arm. Anyway. That's story for another day. Looked just like that guy, just uglier. Yeah, train hopping, you can call it that.
Music supported artists. He just sat next to Charlemagne and all of a sudden got a pass to start talking about a music and culture he knows nothing about and doesn't understand fundamentally.
Well, if he's not credible, then why listen to him? If he's not credible, then just don't listen to him. If you think he's full of shit, then don't listen to him. That's not Alchemist, right? Who are you talking about?
Takes a shot on him on the album by
they're talking about the Kendrick Lamar thing, whatever.
This is one of my favorite parts. I think it speaks for itself, but I just give it 1 minute.
Ring for sex? Oh, whoa.
Wow, nice voice. You don't even sound like Azuki Midoriya.
You said Azuki.
I don't want to get involved in that. How did a court case get derailed into a beauty vlog? I don't know. I don't care enough.
We have this notion that some...
Nope, no thank you.
Super simple illusion.
Nope, don't care. I think this is where... when I start doing this, once I start
gay?
You hooked me back in. I was about to close out of it. Hold on a sec. You got me.
Is you gay? Cause me and my homegirl, we was over here asking, she got a crush on you, and she always see you with the other girls, and she always see you, she don't never see you with the boys, she don't never see you with none of them, she don't never see you playing sports or nothing, and she got a big crush on you, she thinks she cute, but she just want to know is you gay, because everybody been telling us you gay. Even if you gay, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being gay. I got a gay cousin. Ain't nothing wrong with being gay. We just want to know if you gay. And scene.
All right. See, that's what it does. I get it. Once I get into a bad run where I'm like, all right, no, we're not getting anything good. It's like being at a slot machine, really. It's like, what do we got? Is it going to be winner or loser?
I currently have $1,420.86 in my checking account, which means that I just got paid, so let's do a payday routine together.
No thanks.
Young boys are turning conservative. We need you to influence them. Straight, white, left-leaning millennial man.
I thought I was supposed to take a back seat so that more marginalized voices could be heard.
Okay, yeah. What do you want?
I want immunity. I want to say things are gay and retarded, and I want to make jokes. And if I make a joke, I want you to think about what the joke actually means instead of getting scared of the words.
True.
Okay, you got a deal.
I'm not finished. I want you to stop using the word mansplain
True.
and stop comparing men to bears.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, you know what, though? I want to be described as... Well, no, I don't, because if you describe me as a bear, like, it's confused, because that's like those, like, big gay guys, and I'm not gay, so we're not going to do that. Never mind.
Okay. He's my favorite, and he has good things to say. What's that sound? Is that the Department of Education being defunded?
Okay, people can like what they want to like, and we'll stop using our perceived moral superiority to be cruel to others.
Cool.
What are you doing out here anyway?
I was just...
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. There was a little meat on the bone there. That wasn't bad. Andrew Tyford asked someone else if they were gay in his comment section. Oh. I know you've seen him before, but he was on a radio show with The Alchemist. You the DJ? The guy who makes beats? Talk about that guy?
I saw the...
Why is you dancing on me? I can pull up the proof right now. DJ.
Bro,
these shorts are literally...
All right, I don't want to see it. If they're illegal, I don't want to see them. A lot of people are coming on here baffled. Why are they giving me all this shit from, like, November? This is, like, November 8th. What is all of this old shit? What did they do when they took it down? Why am I not getting anything new? Did everyone just stop using this app?
Baffled that young men voted for Trump the way that they did in this past election.
Don't tell me about the election. We're done with that. That was months ago. As a supporter of this so far and a fan of yours, could you please explain this in long form? From November, I don't want to hear politics.
Don't check out of hotels early. I literally never check out.
Okay.
And even when the cleaning person knocks on the door, I'm just like, give me 20 more minutes. Because this is what I realized. So they will knock on your door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the whole floor to clean.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, unless you're the only one on the floor, which is very rare, you have like the whole afternoon. This is why I don't.
No, because what they'll do is, depending on the hotel, they'll have a security guard come up and fucking be like, hey, time to go, pack it up, get out of here.
B.
And a vowel, please.
And lastly, A.
I'm just glad I didn't wear my,
No.
How to apply for and renew your passport from...
Nope.
That lady is a housekeeper?
Nope.
Yeah, sorry, right-wing chuddies, but diverse societies...
Nope. How life sounds after getting pegged. I don't know about that. I don't know. You're not going to sell me on that.
Why are you walking like that? It's the stupid.
Have you slept with a father and son at the same time?
Yes, yeah. I think that's brilliant. Like, to have that much of a good relationship with your son, or, you know, for the son to have that much of a good connection with their dad, I think it's fantastic. Too many people, especially 18-year-olds, I know when I was at school, would argue.
Wait a minute. At 18 years old, if I was 18 years old, and she's an attractive escort or sex worker, whatever you want to call them. If I was 18 years old and my dad came to me and says, hey, happy birthday. I bought you a night with this lady and we're going to have sex with her together. I would be like, what now? Do what now? I'm like, no, I'm good. You can miss me on that one. Like, is it really because at that point, is it a gift for me or like, I don't need all that. That's something that's going to stick with you. That's unnecessary. We don't need to be doing that. Nobody needs to be doing that. We don't need that. We don't need that. It's not brilliant. This is not a brilliant idea.
Like, to have... Yes, yeah. I think that's brilliant. Like, to have that much of a good relationship with your son, or, you know, for the son to have that much of a good connection with their dad.
No.
I think it's fantastic.
No,
Too
it's
many
not.
people, especially 18-year-olds, I know when I was at school, would argue with their dads or wouldn't have a good relationship with them. I think to have that much of a good relationship that you can come with your dad to sleep with me is fantastic.
No. No.
Yeah, see, this is where it's either you and me are on a completely different page or it's just generations, because I think the father needs his head kicked in for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I know you think that, but I think that is one of the most outrageous things I've ever heard, and he needs his fucking head checking.
The dad is just a guy himself, and if he wants to be pleasured and have fun in the bedroom,
Yeah, then he could do that on his own time. This is not a bonding moment. This is not something you need to bond. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is sleep with a woman with my dad of all people. Yeah. It ain't no fun unless Papa gets some. That was his slogan. No. We don't need that. Yeah, it shouldn't even be legal regardless of age. Yeah, it's unnecessary. What are we doing? The fuck are we doing? No. This is...
he deserves that as well. So
He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't need it. He can spend his, you don't need to get a 2-for-1 deal. You don't need to do it. If you're going to buy your son an escort, then that's one thing. But if you're going to, no.
Son.
yeah, so I think why not?
That's
if you've got a good connection,
fucking nuts.
take me from both ends.
What? No. That's the story. There it is. That's the story of the day right there. That's it. Nothing else is going to come. You can throw all the fucking other shit at me, the girl with the snail trail and all that. This tops it. This tops it.
Hey, babe. What? You're watching
This is a commercial.
It's almost stunning that we still believe some of the myths.
Nope.
All right, we're
Okay.
gonna see if this infamous nude code is legit. All right, first you're supposed
A nude code in the Spice Girls game?
to hold start, circle, triangle.
My guess is it's not. He posted the video, and so.
Circle. Okay, we got that. And then we're supposed to hit L1, R1, R2, L2, start select at the same time. All right. Did it work? Oh my God. They're sitting on those chairs like they're waiters at the Outback Steakhouse. All right, we're going to see if this is...
I think I don't think anything's going to top that. We'll give it one more. See, this is what I feel like. I just got to pay out on the slot machine. I just won like $300. And I'm like, I don't want to lose all my winnings here. So maybe let's try a few more spins, and then I think that's going to be it.
TikTok is a huge national security concern.
Nope, not anymore.
Oh man, I just spilled Coke all over my shirt. I guess I gotta go put a different one on.
Got milk?
Oh.
You're a lot cuter in person.
Who are you?
I told you I'm Stephanie. Sorry I'm late.
Since TikTok is going away, I have nothing.
It's not going away.
think we're not supposed to have problems.
Nope.
TikTok is really popular, so I think it's a good time to review the 2021 scientifically accurate research thread, Yankee Candles, Stages of Abstraction by Alex McMillan. Alex focused on Yankee candles, but his research can apply to any kind of...
This is a 3-minute video on
But
Yankee
there may be
Candles.
a
No
little-
thanks.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What'd you say?
All right, one more.
I had this conversation with somebody about like who's allowed to say it. My boy, he goes,
No,
okay.
we're not talking about that no
And the
more.
car broke and the engine needs.
Nope.
Stop scrolling. I learned about a crazy new concept today. Do you like to window shop
I
online?
know about cart abandonment. I understand what that is.
If crypto is going to define the future, I want...
Nope.
Sociological structure of Southeast Asia explained.
No thanks. No, you're not going to trick me. Nope.
I posted part of a conversation I had with my former
No thanks.
If you need a business bank account...
No thanks. No thanks. Don't care if you're deaf. Don't need to know about World of Warcraft. Not interested. You're not gonna. I don't need to know how she's milking.
So busted. Who are you?
Nope.
Batman beats Iron Man. I mean, do they both have prep time? Sure.
Shut up. Not worth it. Nope.
Avowed art director.
No.
I have no desire to cook, but the people in my house have a desire to eat. So
Okay. No thanks. Paul Heyman. We're ended up where we started. Now we're getting to the wrestling clips. Okay, I think we're good. I think we've done it. Well, that was like a lottery that we ran through. Oh, by the way. All right, so side note, I wanted to see let's see how the stream goes. I've been testing the internet. That was part of the, let's see if we had any issues. No issues. 4 hours straight, plus another hour and 15-minute test stream this afternoon. Now, that doesn't mean anything. That could just be just luck of the draw. Or, and I hate to say this, but I'm using a different Ethernet port. If we go on through the remainder of this month before I could take advantage of the Comcast deal in February, if really the core part of this problem is the Ethernet port, I'm really going to have some egg on my face. So we're going to see as time goes on. So it's kind of odd. I'm almost hoping that it still doesn't work so I can just change services and be done with it. Here's my fear, though. We'll have 2 weeks straight. It'll work just fine. And then maybe I'll let my guard down and be like, maybe I don't have to change. And then it doesn't work anymore. We'll see. All right. Anyway, it is 3 a.m. I have a lot of shit to do tomorrow. We are going to do... We're probably going to do a later stream. It's either going to be really, really, really early, like super duper early, or it's going to be late like tonight. So that's kind of the way it's going to go. It'll probably be editing a promo because I got to get a lot of that done. And then Tuesday we're going to do a Mania. That'll be fun. And then Vic Viper 1022 is on again. I couldn't do Vic Viper. There's something wrong with his channel. He's got limitations. I don't think we could raid last time. It wasn't like just not registering it. It was more of a thing of like he wasn't taking the raid. I think that's the same channel I was thinking of. Unless we did actually successfully raid him on Kick. But yeah. So that'll be the plan for tomorrow. Oh, we did it? Oh, it was a limited amount of viewers to push a raid. Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah, we don't... Yeah, obviously that's not our strong suit over there. So that'll be the plan for tomorrow. I have a lot to get ready for that. But definitely Tuesday, I believe 90%... Well, no, I'll know by the stream tomorrow whether or not we're doing the Mania on Tuesday. But that's where it stands as of right now. If anybody has any input on a promo or something, you have until Thursday at 11:59 p.m. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, let's go and set up for a raid here on Twitch. Let's see who is on. Who do we follow that is on? I know it's super late. We can go say hi to... We can say hi to... Oh, you know what? Let's go say hi to... Well, it's invisible audience now, but it used to be Misery Pimp. We go say hi to Misery Pimp. He's doing some tarot readings. Doing tarot readings. I don't know what that is. I never had a tarot reading. It's like psychic shit, isn't it? I don't know. We'll go do that. But Yeah, we'll gear up for that raid. And then, of course, have a good night. I'm going to go straight to bed. So I hope your night is good as well as you continue on into the evening. But I do appreciate everybody sticking with this. I know this month, maybe it hasn't been as lackluster for you, but there's just a lot of things I wanted to get done, and unfortunately, I'm stuck in the mud right now until we get this Rumble project done. So as soon as we get done with this, we can move on to other things and mix it up. So let's go send a raid here, but I want to remind you, of course, that I truly do appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody on Twitch or on Kick, or even if you're one of those people that watch on YouTube and lurk there, or even on X. I don't know why you would do that. But hey, if that's what you want to do, then more power to you. Wait. One quick thing. Let me check. Because if not, then we'll just raid on Twitch and then end. Yeah, no, of course, there's nobody I follow, and I'm not digging through Kick right now to host. So one day we'll follow more people over there. But I want to remind you, of course, as always, that and invited everyone that you knew. And the card attached would always say thank you for being a friend. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow, of course. And push on to another day. Sleep well, good night, say hi to Invisible Audience, aka Misery Pimp, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.